Oh yeah, you go ahead and get the funeral music. Go ahead and get the funeral door up, y'all. Hey man, y'all hit the like, share, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys, man. Much love and respect, man. Shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. Salute to my brother A Weapons. He represent midlife music. Y'all already know, man. As you guys come on in the building tonight, man, this is absolute annihilation, domination, and everything of the sorts, man. Jimmy Butler has broken the mighty Boston Celtics, man. The Boston Celtics team went to the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics team got better, added pieces. They lost their head coach, and now these dudes are done. And y'all are not subscribed. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, share this video, like this video, ring the notification bell as y'all come on in here. And if y'all want to donate, hit the Cash App. PayPal link is pinned at the top of the live chat room, man. And I salute to everybody that's going to come and chop it up with us and show love to the channel tonight, man. Y'all know what's up, bro. So I salute to all of y'all that's going to be in here showing love, man. Appreciate y'all coming on in here tonight, man. It's over with, bro. The Boston Celtics have been dismantled. They have been broken, bro. They have been broken. Jimmy Butler has broken this team. He has broken this team. Him and the Miami Heat have broken this team. This team has been completely broken, bro. And it ain't no coming back. It ain't no finales around here. It's over with, bro. It is over with, bro. In game on Tuesday night, it will be Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's last game together as teammates. Also, you're going to see a whole new team. You're probably not going to have Malcolm Brogdon no more. You're going to see a whole new squad for Boston. Boston has been absolutely broken. Their window to win it is over with. Over with. Over with. Over with. Yeah, I told you, a $50 donation to the Cash App. And then you send me your, your email in the Cash App, and I will send you a link in a few minutes. We got to get to the show first. But yeah, that's how you do it. So I'm just telling y'all, man, let me get these donations, man. I see some people in here. If y'all want to donate to Cash App, PayPal, man, this thing over with, bro. And salute to everybody who subscribed to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to send my boy Elder a link right now, man. Man, hey, man, they demolished these dudes, bro. And Jimmy Butler in the starter set for the whole fourth quarter, bro. They're going to crush them dudes in game 4, man. They're going to walk these dudes off the court in game 4, bro. They're going to walk them off the court in game 4. And it's going to be easy work, man. Easy work, man. Shout out to Bud Will in the Cash App with the donation. He said, great content, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to Jamal King in the Cash App with the donation, man. And he says, man, I'm about to burn my Celtics jersey ticket. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Save your money, bro. Don't do that, dog. Please don't do that, bro. Just save your bread, man. I know you mad right now, bro. All the Celtic fans are mad right now, bro. It ain't nothing you can do about it, man. The Butler did it, dog. It's just that simple. The Butler did it. Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? It's just on another level. Point blank, period. He just on another level, dog. And that's all there is to it. Well, ain't nothing else we can say about it. The nigga's on another level, man. And he proven that every single game. He proven that he's on a different level, bro. Jimmy Butler is on a different level. Every game he proven it. Every game. They don't came in here and slapped these boys. Every game. It's a disgrace. I'm telling y'all this. To watch them dudes get the hell beat out of them like that, man, and have no fight. They got the fight beat out of them. They got all the fight beat out of them. They don't have no more fight left in them, man. This team was built up and to be the mighty Boston Celtics, the championship favorites. They're going to walk through the Bucks. They're going to walk through the East. Man, Eric Spoelstra got something to say about that. Jimmy Butler and the boys, 7 undrafted players, bro. 7. Shout out to Tyrone Brown in the Cash App with a donation, man. He said, unreal what Spo has done with this team ticket. Man, I just said it. I just said it, bro. I just said it, man. I just said it, man. And for them, and you know they're going to close it out. They well coached. Shout out to Tony in the Cash App with the donation. He said, Jim Reaper came and snatched their soul. He definitely stole their soul. Jimmy Butler took these boys' heart and stomped on that shit in front of the whole world, y'all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, share, like. If y'all want to donate, hit the Cash App, PayPal link in the chat room, pinned at the top of the chat room. Y'all already know how I get down, man. Holla at me, nigga. I'm getting ready to get Elder on here in a few minutes. We're going to talk about this thing. The Boston Celtics made a huge mistake with Ime Udoka. And me and Elder, we talked about this shit. And I told Elder. Now, Elder thinks that they should let him go. He should have went coach for another team. Okay, yeah, he's with another team now. I disagree. I think he should have been on punish and then been allowed to come back and have the team that he helped build. Because he helped put the mindset in these guys. And he was not allowed to finish the job. But all them other dudes is messing up in the front office in Boston. And what's going on with them? What's going on with them? All them other dudes are messed up in the front office in Boston. And what the hell is going on with them? Not a damn thing. They don't get no punishment. They don't get no backbiting. They don't get no trouble. You understand what I'm saying? All you seeing is a bunch of bull jab. And now you don't took this man off. Nia Long somewhere around here having a celebration because y'all disrespected her. You ain't even want to give her an apology. You did her dirty. See what I'm saying? Then you fired Ime basically without firing him and kept the other girl. Now you're getting your ass kicked. You're getting embarrassed on the highest levels. Absolutely annihilated. If James Harden sorry ass would have had a pulse, you'd have been home in the second round. Cockeyed somewhere in the interviews going, he mad at everybody in the world because they asking him what the hell is going on with the team. Shout out to Theo in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said this Celtics team is dead, man. They done, nigga. It's over. Go ahead, give me a broom and sweep these niggas off the court. They done. I don't want to hear from them no more. They done, dog. They done. They done. You understand what I'm saying, dog? When I say they done, nigga, they done, nigga. Period. Shout out to Isaac Carter in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, my brother. And he said Tatum and Brown ain't them dudes, man. No, they ain't. And once again, I told you, in the biggest game of their season, these two buffoons pull up like this. It's over with. You can tell that them two dudes is done. They went as long as they can go. It's over with. They went as long as they can go, bro. It's over with, bro. It's over with, bro. It's over with, bro. It ain't no more coming back from this, man. It ain't no coming back from this, bro. You know, they walked down this path, man, and the path was a path to damnation. Because what Jimmy Butler has done to this team with absolute role players, you can't even beat this with a stick, bro. Look at the guys he got on his team, y'all. Look what Jimmy Butler is the best leader in the NBA. This is true leadership. This ain't trading the whole half of your team when the things ain't going right. All this other shit. Look at Jimmy Butler. I want y'all to look at Jimmy Butler, bro. And they don't want to get that man his props, bro. No, we're going to get this nigga his props. You look at this stuff. Shout out to the brother Thomas in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said the Butler did it again, nigga. Shout out to Dwayne in the Cash App with the donation. He said salute on 100K Heaton Ford. Jimmy is him. He is, nigga. He clears. He clears, bro. Shout out to Jackson in the Cash App with the donation. He says, why Elder ain't want Ime back ticket? I'm gonna pull him up right now. We're gonna ask him. Because I hope Elder would have changed his mind about that. I hope he would have changed his mind about that. Shout out to the brother Nolan in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you. You ain't leave no message, but I appreciate you, dog. Much love to you, man. Shout out to Ryan Cooper in the Cash App coming through with a $50 donation, man. He said, I'm a Celtics fan, but I love your content, Ticket. No doubt. Salute to you, brother. That take a lot of love to show love to me. You a Celtics fan, and y'all got y'all butt beat like that, and you still coming in here showing love. Salute to you, my brother. Shout out to my boy JB back in the Cash App with the donation. He said, where that stinking Mr. Mass at, Ticket? I don't know where he at. He hiding somewhere under a rat hole. Probably somewhere with Dookie somewhere. Shout out to Mook. Trying to figure out what the hell hit him in their head. Shout out to the brother Lorenzo in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said, easy work, a caveman can do it. Nigga, y'all niggas gonna stop stealing my rhymes, nigga. Stop stealing my rhymes, dog. Stop stealing my rhymes, nigga. Shout out to Austin Jones in the Cash App. He said this about to be a real Hoopers finals. That's facts. That's facts. Hold on. But the series ain't over yet. They still got to win 4 games. They still got to win 4 games. Let me get Elder up here. They still got to win 4 games, y'all. They still got to win 4 games. If y'all got questions for me and Elder, hit the Cash App PayPal link in the chat room. Send the questions to the Cash App PayPal. We finna answer them right now. If I see my nigga Too Raw, I know my nigga James, I'm gonna send him a link in a few minutes. My nigga Too Raw, I don't know where he at. I want to get into this. We're gonna talk about this right now tonight. Shout out to the brother Wesley in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said, great content, Ticket. Love this channel, bro. I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, my brother. Shout out to the brother Jeremiah Hunter in the Cash App coming through with a $25 donation tonight. Salute to you, brother. You ain't leave no message, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother Nicholas Parker in the Cash App coming through with a $15 donation, man. He said, Ticket, congratulations on 100,000 subs, man. I appreciate it, dog. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, my brother. Who is this? Hold on. I'm seeing a lot of new people. Yo, to all the new people that's in the Cash App, PayPal, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the brother Dante Jefferson. That's the homie right there. In the Cash App with the donation, man. Salute to you, my brother. And he said, sorry I missed the stream. I had to work today. Ticket. No doubt, dog. Don't worry about it. It'd be like that sometimes, my nigga. Just go hit the replay and go listen to the stream. You ain't missed nothing but the Boston Celtics getting the hell beat out of them. Again, if y'all ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to shout out all the subscribers, new subscribers on the channel. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Got some more. Shout out to my brother Jason Walker in the Cash App with the donation. And he says, how did the Celtics fall off this bad? Well, we're going to talk about that right now. I got the great Elder Rufus in here. And me and him, we get ready to get into it right now. Now, Elder, let me get right to this with you, right? And y'all can send y'all questions in the Cash App, PayPal link in the chat room, pinned at the top of the chat. Let me get this last donation before I go to Elder. Shout out to my boy Leroy McConnell in the Cash App with the donation. He said, Pat Riley once told LeBron, don't run well. Don't run, we will rebuild. That's a fact. And he did that. He did do that, Leroy. Shout out to Leroy been rocking with me for the longest. Shout out to my boy Leroy McConnell, man. He been rocking with me from a long time. Since I've been at like 20,000 subs, Leroy been rocking with your boy, always supporting what I do. Salute to you, Leroy. I appreciate you. Elder, man, let's get right to it. And I still got a lot of Cash Apps and PayPals. Y'all hit the Cash App, PayPal if y'all want to send a message and ask me and Elder about this stream tonight. Elder, first of all, let me get your thoughts on the game, man. What was your thoughts on the overall game, and the way Boston came out and the way Miami came out?
I actually thought it went the way I thought it would. I told Showman earlier, he was saying Boston's going to win tonight and they're going to step it up. When me and Lowe and all us was on there, I didn't see it. I said this will be a blowout tonight. And that's exactly what it was. They've already imposed their will on them. Once you do that, bro, you can forget it. Them guys with Boston, they're not defending with confidence. They're not shooting with confidence, bro. It's just an incredible game plan, and the boogers are going out from Miami and executing. I mean, you got guys that you still can't think of their names that are just shooting lights out, bro. Shooting lights out, and they're playing incredible defense, in my opinion. Miami is. They're playing incredible defense. Got Tatum and old boy just totally flustered.
Is that coaching, Elder? Because let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Elder. And then I get some Cash App questions, and I come back and ask you some more questions. Let me ask you this question. Like so Miami got dudes who with losing organizations, right? All right. So sort of like the Lakers, they got Roy Hachimura. He was with a Wizard. They was losing, right? But he comes to that team and he's balling out on the biggest stage. You feel what I'm saying? How does this happen when you look at Miami with a guy like Caleb Martin, who was playing for the Charlotte Hornets the other year, bro? One of the worst teams in the league. How do you then come? And then you can take the same example, Elder, with Malik Monk, playing on a bad team, and then you get to a good team and you just like your whole game look different. You're on a whole different level. Explain that to everybody how you think these guys are able to do that on these type of teams. Is it the coaching? Is it the focus? Is it the leadership from Jimmy? What is it?
All the above, because you need it all. You need a good coach in there that's building you up, giving you the right proper opportunities, putting you in the right situations for you to succeed. You need the superstar players to support you 100%, because you know how it is with players. You want to get in rhythms. You want to get routines down. And if you in a position where, you're going to get yanked, or, I may not, I don't know what minutes I'm going to get. That makes it rough, and that makes it tough for you. So when you come in and the coach is behind you 100%, and he's going to do things to put you in the right position, and then the star players are 100% behind you, man, that's a recipe for success. And that's why these guys come in and play with ultra confidence, and the Heat got a reputation for building this culture and paying these guys to stay, So, you can, how it is, ticket players would prefer to be loved by a team and stay there their whole career. You know what I mean? They would love to, when it's time for them to get paid, that team sees their value and give it to them, and they just stay there forever. I'm sorry, in this culture, it don't work like that, but that what players would love. So when teams show you they love you and they're going to support you, not only financially, but when you get on that court, allow you to do what you do and show confidence, and that's how you get success out of these dudes, man. So
Elder,
I'm not
Mr. Jones,
surprised.
you say you're not surprised?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I was going to say shout out to
Well, I'm just not surprised that Miami, every
No,
time I bet against Miami, and I didn't bet against them, I'm just, every time I think differently against Miami, they show me different. So
right.
What they doing works. What they doing works, man. And shout out to Pat Riley, Miami Heat, the whole organization. Shout out Jimmy Butler for being a true leader. Shout out. That's all I can do.
Hey, Elder, let me
Shout
ask you. Austin Jones in the Cash App says that I know what your answer going to be. He said, Elder, is there any way the Celtics can come back?
Yeah. If Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo get kidnapped, yeah. I mean, they get kidnapped, and the Boogers got them out. And the Boogers got them out in the middle of a boat somewhere for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, they can come back. Yeah. Other than that, no, no. It's it. Right. You can see they have already imposed their will on that team, bro. It's over. Boston quit tonight. Lakers didn't quit last night. We're gonna see. Game 4 for the Lakers could look like this. It could. I will hope not, because they're at home, but it could. Ooh, it could.
We're gonna get into that in a few minutes. Shout out to Thomas Jones in the Cash App with the donation, man. He said, "Salute, brothers. Great stream. I appreciate you, man." And shout out to Philip Moore in the Cash App with the donation, and he says, "Much love, Ticket Great Channel. I appreciate that." Also, shout out to Rez in the Cash App with the donation. He said, "I forgot to salute you for 100K subs. Salute, brother. I appreciate that." And also, it was somebody else in here too. Hold on. Shout out to my brother Jason in the Cash App with the donation. He says, "Should the Celtics trade Marcus Smart too?" What you think, Elder?
No.
Hey, Elder, that Tuesday gonna be their last game together as a team. That team getting broken up.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think it's going to be the core unless old boy says, let them know that he's leaving. You know what I mean? I think they got to have that discussion now about, are they going to pay him that money that he qualified for? And if they're not, they need to let him bounce. They need to trade him, sign him and trade him. So, man, I'm telling you, we said this. I know on the Kareem report we said this. I think we might have said it on this channel too. This offseason is going to be way crazier than last year's offseason.
Yes.
There's so many teams disappointed. There's so many teams that pushed all their chips and they didn't get it. They didn't get it done. So I think this season, this offseason is going to be crazy. It's going to be big time movement, and it's just story after story, rumor after rumor. You said what?
I said, can't Malcolm Brogdon opt out? Didn't he have an opt out?
Brogdon, I'm not sure. They got him from Indiana on a trade. So
I think he had a 2-year deal with an opt out after one.
Yeah, I don't think the core is going anywhere though. I really don't. I don't think unless
the core. I think they done. I think Jaylen Brown's out.
He's going to have to say that though. He's going to have to tell them he wants out.
Brian Williams is reporting that he's wants out.
Again, he can report all he wants, but I have to see that first. I haven't seen that from their camp, and I ain't heard that 100 from their camp. I mean, ain't no way in hell he would have put that shit out while he's playing. So I don't believe stuff like that. But I want to see it afterwards.
Boston Celtics. He's been disappointed with the organization.
Yeah, they've been saying that for 2 years, though. They've been saying that. They've been saying that for 2 years.
Right, but it's getting closer to his contract being up now. See what I'm saying?
I understand. He still has 2 years left, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think he has next year, and then the year after that is a player option, I think. So this is the year they can extend him. So I think a lot of that's going to play on that. If he thinking Boston's showing him the love and they give him that full max extension for what he's done, he'll probably stay. If Boston's him hawing and saying you just don't know, that's a lot of money and we're not sure you worth all that, you know what I mean? He gonna probably say send me somewhere else.
Hey, Elder, shout out to my boy T. Oliver and the Cash App the donation. He said, "What y'all think about Magic Johnson ripping the Celtics?" What you mean? He ripped the Celtics?
Well, I didn't see it. What did he say about the Celtics?
Hold on, let me see. Let me look this up real quick. Hold on. He said he ripped the Celtics. Let me see. Let me look this up real quick.
I don't remember. I saw him tell Denver that they were better than the Lakers. I mean, which is fact. I'm not Magic always speaks from a fan perspective, y'all. You know.
He did. Hold on. He did. Hold on.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
Oh, this nigga went in. He said, in my 44 years of being associated with the NBA, I'd never thought I'd see a Boston Celtics team, a franchise with 17 championships, quit. I know Celtics fans all over the world must be disgusted and devastated that Miami Heat blew them 128-102 out in Game 3. God, dog, those are heavy words for Magic, man.
Yeah, and Magic, again, from a fan perspective, even though he don't care for the Celtics, he still want to see them compete. You want to see good games. And I understood what the one brother said earlier when he was like, this has been a horrible final. Because you want to see, we want to see 7 games. We want to see the games compete. This ain't competition. These two teams are imposing their will on the other two teams, bro. I mean, these are both looking like sweeps. Nobody really want to think about it. You see a sweep, you really want to see that in the first round, maybe the second. These teams should be so good when they get to the conference finals and when they get to the finals. There shouldn't be no sweeps, bro. So, to me, when you get swept, to me, that almost says you probably didn't deserve to be there. That's what it says to me. It just, you really wasn't that good enough where you should have been there. But again, I understand teams can just have bad matchups and they can have superior talent, but that talent that much superior, how you make it that far, So, again, tomorrow gonna be interesting to see what happens. But I agree with Magic. I said it earlier. I'm like, man, are you serious? Giving up like this? I mean, they imposed their will, and Boston quit, bro. Boston literally quit this game. They was done in the second quarter. They was done in the second quarter, bro. They was done in the second quarter.
That's insane.
They did,
bro.
man.
That's the type of stuff. Now we're gonna get into that too. And shout out to Al Singleton in the Cash App with the donation too. And he says, ask Elder about email. I'm about to ask him right now. Elder. So let's get right to that, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all want to ask the questions, hit the Cash App, PayPal link in the chat and subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the people who did subscribe. I just seen some people who were subscribing to the channel. So salute to y'all in the comment section that was subscribing to the channel too. And like this video. Let's get those likes up, y'all. Elder. So me and you, we had this conversation, right? And we talked about this email stuff. Now, I understand where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from, and I think what you said was 1,000% fair. But I also think that the Boston Celtics got so much dirty stuff that it went on in their organization. How dare you not allow this man to come back and try to finish a job that he started with those guys? So for me, yeah, give him the punishment, but after he served the punishment, then treat him like a man. And if he violates you again, he's done for good. Out the whole blackball out the league. See, because to me,
what you don't understand is hostile work environments. You don't understand that.
Go ahead.
You don't understand that.
No,
Keeping him.
I understand it because this stuff goes on all the time in the workplace.
What? No. Y'all keep saying this goes on all the time. The level Ime took it to, this don't go on all the time in the NBA. That's not true. That's a lie. You talking about people running around here screwing each other and doing all that kind of stuff. Yes, that immoral crap goes on all the time in the NBA, in every organization. But the stuff Ime did, the lines being crossed, that don't go on all the time. And again, when you're talking getting HR involved like they have and legalities involved like they have with lawyers and stuff, this would, leaving him on your staff, right, employed there, would have instantly caused a hostile work environment for the woman that reported him. It would instantly be that for her, and she could sue the shit out of Boston. And Boston was not going to let that happen.
But you got the Celtics fans begging him to come back.
Let me ask you this. Who cares? Who cares? Because they don't care about that because it ain't coming out their pocket. If Boston gets sued for $50 million, what fan going to pay it? None of them. So they don't care. Everybody is selfish, bro. Fans are selfish because all they want is to win. Ime gives me a better chance to win. This team probably still would have got their ass tacked with Ime. So I don't think it gives you a better opportunity. He may be a little bit better coach, but again,
so you don't think. Hold on. So you don't think the Boston Celtics loss? You don't think a loss had a lot to do with the culture too with this team?
I just think the whole year was jacked up for Boston Ticket. I think there was things going on internally, and you could tell. So I'm not going to blame it all on this coach because what was Boston this year? Were they not the second-rated team in the East, right? Or third? What was Boston? When did they finish? Second? Third? Second. So they still had a successful season. So he wasn't that bad of a coach. So I'm not going to play all the blame on the coach. Hell no. No. He ain't out there missing shots. He ain't out there turning the ball over. He ain't out there not playing D. No, bro. He ain't getting all the blame for this. He's not. He's done his part, but I'm not throwing all the blame on him. I'm not. So at the end of the day, Boston did what they had to do to save their organization. Saving their organization is more important than winning a couple games this year, but then giving up the whole bag and not be able to run business because the damn team would have had a name change and the stadium change. They had everything because that woman would have been able to sue the shit out of them just by them keeping them because the parameters they put up, and he crossed them. After they put them up, he crossed those parameters, and that's why he couldn't stay. Not because he gave her the pipe. So we need to get it right. You need to quit telling folks this stuff goes in all the time. No, it don't. Not what he did. And you saw that from all the players that heard about the situation behind the scenes. And they were all like, oh, boy. Barnes and all these dudes, they were like, oh, boy. They all was like this different.
I agree with you on that, Elder, but people are saying you can't sue for consensual.
Again, Ticket, y'all not listening. It wasn't about him piping her. It was once he got exposed for piping her, they gave him workplace guidelines to follow, and he broke those. He kept on communicating with this woman after he was told, and she tried to break it off and said, think about this. Think about this. How would you feel? Think about it. How would you feel? Any women in here, if you on a job and you start dating a dude and it don't go well, so you want to end a relationship, but, we just need to be cordial at work, and this dude keep emailing you, keep sending you text messages, keep calling you. Y'all go to HR. All this is spelled out to HR. And you say, look, the relationship didn't work. And they say, cool. You stay away from her. She stay away from you. Y'all can keep y'all jobs. And he keeps on doing it. That's what he did. They had no choice but to fire that man. And they did it the proper way, because if they had just fired him, then he would have had a suit against them. So that's why they just suspended him, and they gave him enough pay to where he couldn't sue, and then said, look, you want to work? Go out there and find some other job if you want to. And that's what he did. Ime knew what was up. He knew what he did. For one thing, I tell you this, you don't hear Ime fighting. You don't hear Ime saying he got done wrong. You don't hear him out there picking it. It's the selfish fans, because all they care about is winning. They don't care nothing about that lady and her family. They don't care nothing about Ime and his family. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about that. All they care about is winning. Give me a coach that's going to win. But if you don't like this dude, you got a bunch of good coaches on the market right now. Go get one of them. Fire this dude and go get one of them. But Ime, that's a hostile work environment. He ain't working for the Celtics no more.
RJ, calm your wild ass down. I'm gonna send you the link in a second. I told you, let me and Elder do what we doing. I'm gonna send you the link so we can cook your ass. Talking about you got smoke for us, nigga. You ain't got no smoke. Shout out to Ken in the Cash App the donation. He said, I got a lot of respect for Elder. Salute to him. Yeah, salute to Elder, bro. Shout out to my boy Tyler Wright in the Cash App the donation. He said, if Butler wins the finals, is he in the Hall of Fame? Nigga, he in the Hall of Famer right now. Without the championship, Jimmy Butler's a Hall of Famer right now. He's at a Hall of Fame.
If you got this dude in the chat said, if you got Ime Udoka, they would have swept Miami. Man, get a life, dude. Understand, Baz. Ime ain't that good. I promise you. And Boston ain't that much better than them, even with Ime Udoka. This is evenly matched, bro. And you can see it ain't even evenly matched because they getting their ass kicked every game. They getting stumped on like a mud hole, bro.
Mud hole.
Man, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Even with Ime, I still think they probably lose this series. Miami just on a mission. But even if it had been competitive, hey, they wouldn't have swept them. Are you serious, bro?
Elder, what you think about that, though, Elder? What you think about what he just said?
Who?
Tyler Wright about Jimmy being talking about something. If Jimmy win the chip, is he a Hall of Famer? I think Jimmy's a Hall of Famer right now without the
Jimmy's
chip.
already a Hall of Famer, bro. He already gonna make the Hall of Fame.
If he retired today, he going to
he'll make the Hall of Fame already. Yeah,
the,
Jimmy will make the Hall of Fame.
The championship.
But yeah, he win the chip. Ooh, it's gonna elevate Jimmy to a whole nother level because again, you get the accolades and then the playoff success takes you to a whole nother level. And Jimmy already got the playoff success. He just got to get that one chip. And boy, if he lead the troops into it, this will be the greatest playoff run that I've ever seen. If he does this, you talking about going through the great Boston Celtics. You talking about going through who they playing the second round?
Giannis and the Bucks who won the chip. Then you went through the Knicks.
Second round.
You went through them.
Second round.
The
Knicks was nothing. And then Giannis and them, the second round they got a little bye. And then going through Boston and then beating the great Jokic, 2-time MVP. Bro, that would be the greatest run, bro, that I have seen. I can't think of a greater run. I can't think of a greater run. I know Dirk had a nice run in there, but this will be greater than Dirk's run, in my opinion. This will be greater than that run. So you do think that? I don't think. I think they're gonna get destroyed though if they get there. I think what's the name may sweep them. I just
hold on.
I don't like the matchup.
You think Denver gonna destroy them?
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
I think if Jimmy Butler don't make it to the finals, I think Denver's way better than them.
They play too hard, Elder. They play too hard to get beat like that. I trust them niggas right now. I don't.
Okay, out of respect, gentlemen sweep then. Out of respect,
watching them niggas, Elder, watching the way them niggas playing these niggas, man, bro, man. I'm just saying to you.
Hey, I can tell you this. Denver ain't Boston, bro. They ain't Boston. They ain't Boston. And they present a whole lot of problems that Bam Adebayo, like what post guys Bam Adebayo dealing with this series?
Mm-hmm.
None.
Nah, well,
what electric guard. What electric guard.
He demolished those defensive big men. Robert Williams supposed to be a rim protector. All this man, he went through.
But them dudes ain't nothing. I'm talking about him on the defensive end. The energy and effort he gonna have to give on the defense, being 6'9", going up against 7'1" Jokic, bro. Come on, bro.
I agree with you on that.
Jokic
he's strong enough though. I do like the craftiness of Kevin Love to get rebounds and help in that area. Because Kevin Love,
you heard his back hurt, his back jacked up now. You didn't see that today? He jacked his back up. That's why he took him out the game. He jacked his back up.
They definitely gonna have enough time.
Yeah, hopefully. I just don't. I think Boston, if they was their A game, their team is set up better to compete against them, in my opinion, because they got two electric wings, and I don't see anybody on their team that can guard them from what's the name.
Stop doing that.
And then you got a big man. You got doing what?
Like that, bro. Stop doing that, man. You keep taking away, bro. You keep talking about what the Celtics can do, man, bro. The Miami Heat are showing you now they got enough.
Hold on, bro. Some matchups.
Hey, RJ, check your email, nigga. Check your email, nigga. I sent you the link.
Some matchups are just better. Like what Lo was saying earlier about what's the name. He said, "Hey, I was concerned about Golden State going up against Denver. He thinks that's a bad matchup for Denver the way they play, which it probably is. But the Lakers don't impose those problems. But the problem is the Lakers was a bad matchup for Golden State. Same way here. Boston could be a bad matchup for Denver. You know what I mean? With what they got. But Miami's a bad matchup for Boston. It just is what it is.
Shout out to Terrell in the Cash App with the donation, man. And he says, ask Elder, will the Lakers win tomorrow? Hey, you think they're going to win tomorrow?
Nah, I ain't going to lie. I don't. LeBron has a history. And I always start with LeBron, y'all, because he's the leader. And everyone's going to follow the leader. And I think they're going to know his energy ain't there. I don't think the Lakers want to play super hard get on a plane and go to Denver and get their ass kicked. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they want to do that. But hopefully I'm wrong. I've been wrong in this whole series, so hopefully I'm wrong and they do win and we can get a few more games out of this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I hope I'm wrong, but I don't. I think what'll happen, because Denver is laser focused. All them dudes is. They're laser focused. I think Denver's gonna come in and do what they did this last game. They whole goal was, hey, let's slap them first. We got to slap them first. So I believe they're gonna come out and throw the haymaker at the Lakers. And I just don't see the Lakers. I don't see them. I don't see them caring enough to put the energy in to win that game.
Shout out to Kelvin in the Cash App donation. She said, "Tell El to stop hating on the Heat, nigga."
How am I hating on the Heat?
Nigga,
what did I say? They hate
why
on
you
the
said
Heat?
that too? You just said you just talking about you get picked niggas to get swept in the finals. Gentlemen sweep.
That's not hating. I just think the Heat is a bad matchup.
I agree. That is hating. Hold on.
Okay, that's cool. Y'all can call it what you want.
Bad matchup, though. How was it a bad?
Okay,
matchup?
take it. Hold on. Take it. I'm gonna ask you this then. You got to put your money on it. You got Miami. You got Denver.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not saying I'm picking Miami. I'm saying you're saying it's going to be easy work.
Let me finish. I'm asking you a question. Ask your question.
Nigga, you
got to put your money on one of those. You gonna let me ask the question, nigga? What you gonna do? You gonna let me ask the question?
Go ahead, man.
If you got to put your money on the Heat or on the Nuggets, the way you see it now, which one are you putting your money on?
I put my money on Jimmy Butler.
Okay, cool, ticket.
I see this nigga.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're lying right now. I'm telling you right now. I think you're lying. You're not going to put your money on Jimmy Butler.
I'm gonna tell you why. Air exposure to me, he got the edge in the coaching. That's one. So that's one. In the it factor, as far as the stars, I get it to Jimmy. So I get him the it factor.
So hold on. Time out. You're giving Jimmy the edge as the stars when this team has two stars.
No, I said
that's balling out. And you give the edge to Jimmy?
Hold on. Jimmy taking his own team to NBA Finals.
He did that in the bubble and he was incredible. And guess what happened? He got smacked.
Let me finish. Let me tell you what else they can do, though. They can match their three-point shooting because the Miami Heat can shoot the hell out the ball. So everybody in their team, they can match their shooting. And they got shooting coming off the bench. And they got good leadership coming off the bench. See, that's why I think they can get them dudes, is if they can play against their bench squad. With Jokic, if you can get Jokic in a little bit of foul trouble, put pressure on him, get him in foul trouble, they can take advantage of that because with Lowry, the way he's playing coming off the bench, and then Duncan Robinson coming off the bench shooting the hell out the basketball, bro, Miami is going to always hang around, bro. Them niggas is like a itch you can't get rid of, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, you're going to be very... Shout out to Austin Jones. He said he's going to go at least 6 or 7 in the finals. Hold on, Elder. Let me get this buffoon in here. No problem. What you want, man? You say you come here to cook somebody. What you want, man?
But you saying Jimmy gonna be better than D Wade? Come on, bro.
Yeah, Jim, hold on. Let's go ahead and get to this, right?
No. Hold up. First of all, I respect you. I respect Elder, bro. You guys.
Right. So let's hold on. Let's get right to it first.
Okay.
So what did I say? Did you hear what I said?
Yes, bro. You said Jimmy Butler, if he pulls this off, he's going to be better than D Wade.
No. That's not what I said. Say what I said.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
You're wrong.
You said that on Player's Choice.
That's not what I said.
No, he didn't, bro. That's not what he said, bro.
I said if Jimmy Butler lead the Miami Heat and win the NBA Finals this year, he would have been better than D Wade as a Miami Heat player without the years LeBron James played.
Nah, the 2006 to 2007 run was better.
Hold on, I'm gonna say it again. No, it was not. I'm gonna say it again.
Wow.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
Elder, this nigga easy to beat. We're gonna get his ass right now. We're gonna get you. I'm gonna end you right now, nigga. So hold on. How many years has Jimmy Butler been with the Heat?
Like 4 years.
How many times has Jimmy Butler been to the finals with the Heat?
He won one time.
Going on 2, right?
Right.
In 4 years, right?
Right.
How many superstars Jimmy Butler had on his team?
0.
Okay. How many undrafted players who Jimmy Butler got on his team this year?
I don't know, like 6?
7.
Seven.
All right?
7. Yeah.
7 undrafted players, right? Now, let's get to the other point where I was going to before, right? Now, point I was going to before with D Wade is this. Sir, in D Wade's rookie year, when he played with the Miami Heat, what did he do?
He won a championship.
His rookie year?
No, his rookie year.
Okay, his rookie year, he won 42 games.
Okay.
And they lost in the second round.
Yes, I know that.
Right? Jimmy Butler's first year with the Miami Heat, what did he do?
Okay, but that was D-Wade's rookie year, bro. What did Jimmy do in his rookie year?
No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I want you to answer the question. Jimmy's first year with the Heat, what did he do?
Went to the finals, yeah.
Okay, so time out. So that okay. Now, D-Wade's second year. His second year. D-Wade's second year. What did he do? Did he get to the finals?
Nah, bro. He didn't.
No,
but his third year, he won a chip. But his third year, but you talking about Jimmy? You talking about Jimmy in a different word?
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. I ain't finished with your ass yet. He lost in the second. He lost in the conference finals that year.
Okay, yeah. His second year.
Okay, so hold on. Right. His second year, he lost in the conference finals to the Pistons, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
he lost to Billups. He lost to fucking.
Yeah. Let me finish. Was Shaq not the runner-up for MVP that year?
Yes, he was. Yes.
Okay,
that's because Nash won.
Yeah, hold on, sir. Hold on. Then the next year he wins the chip, right?
Right.
Okay, so he won the chip the next year. That was his third year. He went to the finals and won the chip with Shaq. Now let me ask you a question: who did D Wade have on his roster that year he won the chip?
I mean, he got Shaq. He got Udonis Haslem. I think he had Lonzo Mourning. He got a lot of people on there.
Okay, yeah. Right. So Lonzo Mourning was one of the league leaders in blocks that year.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
So he had Zoe Mourning. He had Jason Williams averaging 12.3 points.
He had
He had Shaq averaging 20 and 9.2. He had James Posey on that team.
What did Shaq average?
Hold on. I'm not finished. He had James Posey on that team, who was a very good role player. Am I lying, Elder? Was James Posey a good role player back then?
No,
good
James
3-and-D guy.
James Posey was
good 3-and-D guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You had an older Gary Payton, but you had Antoine Walker on that team, who was a big-time role player on that team at that time.
Yeah. No, Walker was a good shooter. Yeah.
He was a big-time role player for y'all. You also had Zoe Mourning, and you had guys like Jason Capono, Derek Anderson on that team coming off the bench. And then, like I said, you had an older Gary Payton, right? Now, that team won a championship, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, so now that year they won a championship. Who did they play in the first round?
I mean, they didn't play a good team.
They played the Chicago Bulls that year.
Yeah, but they weren't a good team.
Hold on, let me finish. They won 6 games with the Bulls. What did Jimmy Butler do this year in the first round with the Bucks?
I mean, he beat them in 6, bro.
No, he beat them in 5 games.
I mean, 5. My bad. Yeah, he beat them in 5. So they beat Jersey in the second round in 5, right? Yes.
Then they beat the Detroit Pistons in the next round, right?
But that was that was an older Pistons team.
Right. Oh, now you making my case, nigga. And then they beat the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but that was prime Dirk.
That was a year Avery Johnson was coaching the Mavs.
But who did Dirk go through that year? He went through Kobe, bro.
Hold on. No, that wasn't that year.
That
was not
KD.
Kobe that year. Hold on, time out. That's not true. He did not. The year he went through Kobe was the year he beat LeBron James and them in the finals, nigga. He won the finals that year. See, you don't know basketball, RJ. The year he went through Kobe, LeBron, and KD and them, he won the championship that year, nigga. Learn basketball.
No, my fault. He went through. He went through the Spurs.
Hold on. What happened the next year? What happened the next year after D Wade won the chip?
The next year when D Wade won the chip?
After the year he won the chip, what happened the next year?
I mean, Kobe went to the finals.
No, I ain't asked you that. I asked you what happened to D Wade the next year in 06, 07. What happened to D Wade? What did he do?
He got injured.
No,
he was injury prone, bro.
oh, okay, nigga. He played 51 games that year, nigga.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
saying. Yeah, he was injury prone that
Okay,
year.
okay, cool, no problem. Okay, cool. We got injured. What happened the next year?
And
07,
which one?
08.
07, 08?
Yeah, what happened that year? What happened? What happened, nigga?
You don't know.
Nah,
You don't know.
15
nah,
games, nigga.
he didn't. Nah, he didn't have enough
They
help that
won
year, bro.
15.
His
They
team
won
was not
15
that good that
games.
year.
Let's keep going. What happened the next
team
year?
was
08, 09. What happened in 08, 09? What happened?
08, 09. He should have won MVP.
They lost in the first round to the Atlanta Hawks.
But like, look at his stats that
They
year,
won
bro.
40. Hold on, they won 43 games that year. What happened the very next year, sir?
That was injury prone, bro.
No, bro, you a capping ass nigga, man. D Wade played 77 games that year.
But still,
They lost in the first round, nigga.
But still.
They lost in the first round, nigga, to the Boston Celtics, right? Right?
you're right. Yeah.
Now, what is
I mean,
Jimmy
that was the
Butler?
big three. That was the big three Celtics.
What is
That was the
Jimmy
big
Butler
three
doing to
Celtics.
the ball? Hold on. So we looked at that whole time right there. We looked at that whole time right there up until LeBron came. D Wade won one championship and went to one NBA Finals.
Yeah, but he won. He won. But you praise losing, bro.
Hold on.
For LeBron, you praise losing.
Hold on. Up until LeBron came in 2010, D Wade won one chip and he went to two conference finals. And that was in a 7-year span. Right or wrong?
Yeah, he won one chip.
Okay, so time out. In a 4-year span, what has Jimmy Butler done?
He went to two Eastern Conference Finals.
Nope, that's a lie.
3. Okay.
Okay, come on.
And then he went to a finals, yeah. But
Right,
like you praising losing though. You praising losing, and that's what you say for LeBron.
Hold on. And he's getting ready to go to another finals right now, right?
Yeah, so maybe he'll be in 2.
Hold on.
He's up 3-0.
Hold on. Let me put the context behind this now. So now, you said something to Elder just now that was pure bullshit. And I'm finna cook your ass right now.
All right, bro.
You told Elder that you think that D Wade's championship in 05-06 was more impressive than what Jimmy is doing now, right or wrong?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So now, since you said that, right? Now, Elder, watch what we do to this nigga, Elder. Since you saying that, right? So D Wade, he beat the Chicago Bulls in the first round, right? In the playoffs that year, the year he won the chip, right? Right? Am I right? Bro, you ain't gotta look it up. I'm telling you. Beat the Chicago Bulls in the first round, nigga. And their best player on the team was Ben Gordon. That was the best player on that Bulls team then. He had Ben Gordon, Andreas Nocioni, Kirk Heinrich, and Lou Aldine. Those are the key guys on that team. And Chris Duhon, nigga. Those are the key guys on that Bulls team, nigga. He went 6 games with them niggas. Jimmy Butler goddamn beat the Bucks, who just won a championship the year before the last, in 5 fucking games. Easy.
Bro.
Then he would have beat the Knicks. He would have beat the Knicks in 5 games if he would have played game 2 when he got hurt.
Nah, bro. Giannis didn't play 2.5 games, bro. Come on.
Nigga, Giannis did not win no games against that nigga when he played. They won without Giannis.
But he was injured.
Giannis was out that bitch getting 30, 35, and 38 points. How injured was he when he came back?
Bro.
So now let's go to the
that's you play basketball. You play poor basketball, right? You played poor basketball.
Hold on. So forget all that, RJ. Let's go to
you played poor basketball, right?
RJ, Elder. Now I want Elder. This is the question I want to ask that nigga, Elder. What's Elder? Now let's think about this, because he can't beat this with a stick, Elder. Who just went to the finals last year, Elder?
Say it again. You broke up.
Celtics, right? Celtics just went to the finals last year, right?
Yeah, they did.
Now, did they not get better? Did they not add personnel like Malcolm Brogdon, former 6 Man of the Year, former Rookie of the Year, who won 6 Man of the Year this year?
That.
So now you added a guy like that, as a backup point guard. That team was supposed to be better from last year. They were the second seed in the East, one of the best teams in the NBA. Now, I want to ask you this question. What did D-Wade do in that finals run that was better than what Jimmy and them doing right now against the Celtics? I'll wait, nigga. You supposed to know this. Bro, I don't need you looking at no notes. If you know basketball, nigga, you know. Answer the question. Y'all niggas just be talking. What did D-Wade do in the 06 finals that was better than what you see Jimmy do against the Celtics right now?
Bro, D-Wade averaged over 30, bro.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, nigga, what series is more impressive? Right now, did them kicking Boston's ass or any of the series Jimmy played that year in that playoffs? The year he won the year that D-Wade won the chip. Any series he played in.
I mean, he beat Dirk, bro. LeBron couldn't beat Dirk. LeBron D-Wade could not beat Dirk.
I'm gonna say it again. Hold on. I'm gonna say it again because you's a capping ass nigga, bro. I'm gonna say this again to you because I see right now you's a capping ass nigga. The year you talking about with Dirk, that was not that year, bro.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying hold
on. Dirk won a championship.
Bro, you don't even let anyone talk.
Go ahead. I'm trying to let you talk, nigga. You be quiet. I ain't say nothing. Your ass trying to look at notes, nigga. I'm cooking your ass 3 the hard way.
All right, go ahead.
I ask you again.
I mean, this your show. You go ahead, bro.
No, I'm asking you again. Come on, nigga. I'm asking you again. I'm waiting for you to tell the truth, nigga. Right?
Yeah. He averaged he pretty much averaged 40 in the finals, bro.
I didn't say about 40 in the finals. I talk about the opponent, nigga. Who's the better opponent? This Celtics team or that Mavs team?
Mavs team.
Man, nigga, you on crack.
Wow.
You wild, nigga.
Bro, they hurt. Bro,
crack,
they held Shaq to 13 points, bro.
Man,
they held Shaq to 13 points.
I can't even talk to no nigga like this, man. Bro, you literally gonna sit up here and tell me that
what did Shaq average in the finals? Tell me,
you're not hearing me, bro. You're not listening to what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
What did Shaq average in the finals?
Bro, come on. Are you not listening to our point, dog?
I am, but I'm saying, what did Shaq average in the finals?
No. Answer this question. Who was the better competition? That Dallas Mavs team or this Boston Celtics team?
Dallas Mavs.
You're a goddamn liar, bro. You're a goddamn liar.
Nah, I'm not, bro.
So them niggas had a old Jerry Stackhouse, Josh Howard, Jason Terry, Dirk, Gavin Harris, and Erica Dampier. That's better than Marcus Smart, who was Defensive Player of the Year. That last year. That's better than goddamn the 6th Man of the Year, Malcolm Brogdon, coming off the fucking bench. That's better than first team All NBA, Jason Tatum. That's better than All NBA performer, Jaylen Brown.
Okay, well, tell me this: who is better, bro?
I'm asking you. Tell me. Who was the 2 All NBA performers on that Mavs team that year?
Bro, Dirk won the MVP the year after.
Who was the 2 All NBA performers on the Mavs team that year?
2 NBA performers?
Who, nigga? Tell me. I want you to listen to what I'm saying to you because you get this through your head, right? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. 2 All NBA performers. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Add Marcus Smart, the 6th Man of the Year last year. Defensive Player of the Year last year. Add Malcolm Brogdon, the 6th Man of the Year this year.
All right.
It's not even close.
Bro, they had Jason Terry that year. And that was like prime Jason Terry.
So Jason Terry was All NBA?
Nah, he wasn't All NBA.
Is Jason Terry on Jaylen Brown's level?
Depends what year, bro.
Man, come on, man.
But he locked up LeBron James, bro. What are you talking about?
Elder. See, this is the type of drugs these niggas is on. This nigga, so you gonna sit up here with a straight face and tell people that you think
he locked up LeBron James.
Hold on.
The same guy you hate, bro. He locked up LeBron James in 2011.
We're not talking about LeBron. We're not talking about LeBron.
But we're
I'ma
talking
say
about
this
a
to you.
younger
I'm gonna
Jason
say this to
Terry.
you. Hold on, no. I'm gonna say this to you again. You just sat up here with a straight face. You gonna tell me that Jason Terry was on at any year on Jaylen Brown's level?
Defensively, he was better. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Man. What was Jason Terry's best year offensively in the NBA?
Say like 06.
Okay, and what did Jason Terry average?
I don't know. I don't remember his fucking stats, bro. But I
That's
think
a damn
06
lie.
he
It
was.
wasn't in 06. His best year offensively was in year 2000. He averaged 19.7. That was his best season in the NBA. Jason
But
Terry.
you talking, but you're talking scoring, bro.
Hold
You're not
on,
talking
sir.
playmaking.
Hold on.
You're not
Hold
talking
on.
playmaking.
Hold
You're not
on,
talking
sir.
other
Hold on,
stuff.
sir. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Jason Terry averaged 13.4 points per game for his career. His best season in the NBA was his second year in the league. He averaged 19.7 points per game with the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay, but
Right?
hold
Hold on. No defensive teams, none of that shit, right? Now, let's look at Jaylen Brown, sir. Jaylen Brown, sir. You know what his best year in the league was scoring? This year.
It was like, 20 and 26, 27.
26.6.
Yeah.
26.6 points. You know
Yes,
what Jaylen Brown was last year?
24?
23.6. You know what he was the year before that?
It's like 21.
24.7.
Oh, 24. All right.
Yeah. Jason Terry ain't even close, nigga.
But you're looking at scoring. You're not looking at playmaking
I'm
and
looking
other
at
defense.
What the fuck is wrong, nigga? He beat the nigga in every category: scoring, rebounding, and assist.
No, but you're not looking at bro. You play pro basketball,
nigga.
Are you not looking at playmaking and
you're
defense?
Not, hold on. Okay, so Elder, I'm gonna let you answer this nigga since this nigga don't. He think I'm trolling. Elder, please break down to this nigga why Jaylen Brown is easily a better player than Jason Terry. I'll let you have the floor, Elder.
Bro, Jason Terry
Elder
got
the
17
flow. Elder got the flow.
Come
Elder
on,
got
bro.
the flow, bro. Elder got the flow.
I don't want to deal with this dude. He's just an all around better player in every aspect. He is, bro. Sorry, I mean he just is. So I don't want to have to go. If this dude don't believe that, I mean, ain't no need of you wasting your time talking to this dude. I'm surprised you giving him time of day.
He paid $50.
You're a novice.
To come up here. He paid
Hey,
bro, $50.
I get it.
Nothing,
Yeah,
bro.
cook it. Pay the 50 to cook. Hey, pay the 50 to get cooked. But again, bro, if Jimmy wins this championship, this will be definitely more impressive than the 06 championship. Definitely more impressive because he sure ain't got a guy on his team next to him that is the second in MVP voting. Because it wasn't that Shaq's year he was second in MVP voting. No, I got the right years. When that Shaq year that he was second in MVP vote.
Yeah.
Shaq was second.
He don't have anybody on his team even close to Shaq's level.
But what did Shaq average in the finals? That's all I'm saying.
Nigga,
who cares, bro?
Who cares?
What do you mean?
It
who cares?
Matter.
You guys talk about Kobe, like
no,
Kobe
bro.
averaged this much in the finals.
Bro. Kobe ain't got nothing to do with this. Kobe ain't got nothing to do with this. What we're saying is,
I mean,
they
I got
won
Kobe
the
as
finals.
I got Kobe as number
bro,
2 all
Kobe,
time.
Stop saying Kobe. Kobe has
Kobe.
nothing to do, bro. Kobe has nothing to do with this conversation. So stop talking about Kobe. He has nothing to do with this conversation.
I know. I just
it's
said
about
I got Kobe
Jimmy
as
Butler.
number 2.
Wait. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. There you go deflecting. Stay on the topic, bro.
We are staying on topic.
Stay on topic. No, Kobe has nothing to do with this. We're talking about who would be better. This run that Jimmy's on, if he wins, or the run that D Wade had in 06. That has zero to do with Kobe. Zero. So you don't need to bring up nobody else's name. And if you believe that run was better, bro, ain't nobody gonna try to change your mind. You pay $50 to come in here and get cooked and look dumb that you don't know basketball. Now, like you said, you respect us, we respect you too. That's why Ticket gave you the floor for all this time. You put me to damn sleep though. That's what it did. This retarded. This silly.
All I said was like you said. Okay, so when Kobe was with Shaq, right?
See, look at this.
Kobe averaged more. But with D Wade, when D Wade was with Shaq, he averaged
less.
less.
Who cares? Why are you bringing that up? That's irrelevant. That is 100% irrelevant. What Shaq
No,
did with
but
Kobe is
but you
irrelevant.
guys trying to put
It's
Jimmy
irrelevant.
Butler over D Wade
Bro,
if he wins a championship. That
you
is
talking about
crazy.
the run that year. You're talking about the run in 06. So it don't matter what Shaq did in 01 and 03 and 04. It don't matter. What did he do in 06 that year? Because you're comparing that year to this year. It don't matter what he did then. And that year, he was MVP, runner-up MVP. They didn't need his points in the finals. They still won. They didn't need it. So that's why I said, how many he scored was irrelevant. Now, if they lost, then it makes a difference. They won. Who cares how many points he scored? Then he got enough. He scored enough to win. And if Jimmy wins here, ain't nobody gonna care about all that. Just him going on the run that he went on and winning against all these juggernauts, all these all-time players that he's gonna have to go through. The up-and-coming Boston Celtics was supposedly what was Jason? Whatever his name is.
Yeah,
What was he in MVP this year?
Shit, he was top.
Wasn't he fourth this
Yeah,
year?
he was top four.
He was number 4.
Yeah.
He was
And then
fourth
you
in
go-
MVP this year.
You would have had to beat
Jokic
two
was
MVP.
number. What was Jokic? Was Jokic 3? Was
Two.
Jokic 3 or 2?
Two.
He was 2 behind Embiid.
Yep.
So you beat the guy that was number 2. You beat the guy that was number 4, and then you beat the guy that was number 3. Because Giannis is 3, right?
Yeah.
But Giannis is 3rd in the MVP voting this year.
Giannis was third.
So you beat 2, 3, and 4 in the MVP voting to get to the finals. When one of them went to the finals the year before and was the 2nd seed. Don't forget this too, bro. What seed was Miami when they did all that? What was Miami's seed that year they won the chip? Anybody remember? I don't even remember. What was their seed? I know this. They won the 8th seed. I do know that. They weren't no 8th seed. Did all that.
Right.
And he's doing this from the 8th seed. But you still think D Wade's run would have been greater? Bro, that's bias. It's all get out, bro.
And then D Wade.
This will be, if he can pull this off, this will be an incredible run.
D Wade shot all them free throws that run too, Elder. You know how many free throws D Wade shot in the finals that year?
Oh no, he shot mad free throws.
This is a problem. I see somebody in the chat that only Nas say that he, what's the name's better. Nobody's saying as a player total that Jimmy Butler is better than D Wade. We're not saying he had a better career. Y'all need to get the wax out y'all ear. He's saying that if he pulls this off, his little 4-year tenure in Miami compared to D Wade's tenure in Miami when he didn't have the super team, he's saying it's greater.
And it is. I mean, you
That's
go to 3
saying.
conference finals. You go to 3 conference finals in 4 years, and then last year he was 1 shot away from going back to the finals. He could have potentially went to 3 finals in 4 years without a super team, without another superstar. That's insane. And he was playing the same, the Boston Celtics, all these teams.
He was.
So he wasn't ducking no smoke.
I can't do it. I gotta go to sleep, man. I'm tired. This dude done put me to sleep, bro.
Let me get to this part. Let me get to this part, because I want to finish this part with you. But I appreciate RJ coming in here and chopping it up with us. Let me get to this part with you, Elder.
Appreciate coming in, RJ.
Fast forward to the game tomorrow. Shout out to Eric Milton in the Cash App.
Yeah.
He said, calm down, Jimmy ain't won ish. He said, Jimmy been in the league yet 11 years, only 1 final stop. That don't mean he in the Hall of Fame. He's still, it's guys that didn't been to the finals and is in the Hall, so that don't mean nothing. Shout out to Martell in the Cash App. He said, Jimmy didn't stack the deck yet. Let's go Heat. Shout out to Eric Milton. He said, Jimmy's not a Hall of Famer. 12 years, 1 final. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, dog. So anyways, let me get to this, right? Elder, let's get into this situation for this game tomorrow. All right? Now, got a few things we want to talk about with the game going forward with the Lakers tomorrow. The Los Angeles Lakers, man, back is against the wall. Magic Johnson came out. He's ripped D'Lo and Schroeder for not stepping up and doing their jobs this series and playing well. Look, man, I disagree with you, bro. I think the Lakers can win the game tomorrow. They might lose in Denver, but I do think they can win tomorrow. And I will say this: I think LeBron James got a little too much pride to go out like that without giving you one big burst of a game. I think he throws everything into tomorrow to not get completely humiliated in this series. What's your thoughts on the Lakers? What's your thoughts?
We'll see. How many? Hey, I'm gonna ask you this: how many times has LeBron James been swept in the playoffs in his career?
No, I'm saying right. No, I'm saying, but what's your thoughts on what they need to do tomorrow? No, but I'm saying his team right now. I do think they got a good enough team to where guys can play well, and I don't think those guys are gonna quit. Those guys around him don't have that in their blood, like Austin Reeves and Roy and those guys. And then D Ham, he's not a quitting coach, so I think he's gonna keep. You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
You're right about that.
He's
You're
not
right
a
about
quitting
that.
coach.
So
D Ham is still
we
up
will
here
see.
talking like he believes. D Ham is still up here talking like he believes. So until you finish the job is not over with. So, and that's one thing I
Yeah.
always feel like is very important. What do you feel like if you're coaching the Lakers, right? And if D Ham is listening or his people listening,
What am I doing?
what are you saying? What are you doing to get this
I'm
game?
taking D'Lo out the starting lineup, and I'm putting Schroeder in there, and I'm taking Vanderbilt out the starting lineup, and I'm putting Rui in there. That's my best five. I'm gonna get them the majority of the minutes tomorrow. They got to suck it up. Then I'm getting most of those minutes that D'Lo lose. I'm giving those to Walker because Walker's been committed to play defense. I think I can get a few minutes of Walker even on boy. He's athletic enough to guard Murray just for a couple minutes. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to throw multiple looks at Murray. I'm going to try to wear him down early tomorrow. So that's why I'm starting with Schroeder. I bring in the length of old boy after Schroeder done held him 94 feet. And then I put Lonnie Walker in and tell him to do the same thing. Pick him up 94 feet. Run with him. Be athletic. Try to stay in front of him. And anytime he come in your area, you guard him. That's what I'm telling him. He would, hey, if it's me, old boy would have, because see, I didn't like the fact he got 20 shots last game in the first half. 20 shots? And probably out of the 20 shots he took, because I don't count free throws. So imagine he got free throws too, y'all. So out of the 20 shots he took, I guarantee 13, 14 of them was wide open look. Just clear to the wide open. So I ain't giving him that. Somebody else gonna beat me. So if anything, he'll have 3 shots and 7 assists, 8 assists, because I'm gonna make him get that ball up. And he's a good passer. Give it up. So I trust it with somebody else.
Yo, what up, man? What up?
Right. Lo, what's up, baby? What's up?
That's what I would do. That's what I would do.
What you got on this game tonight? And then I'll ask you about the game tomorrow. What you got on this game tonight, Lo?
I'm trying to figure out where's Showtime at because I swear, like he just doesn't know basketball. I asked him earlier. Showtime.
Oh shit!
I asked him earlier today. We had this conversation about this game. He was telling me a whole bunch of nothingness about how he didn't think they were going to go down 0-3. I just don't see him going down 0-3. When I asked him why, just saying a bunch of nothingness. Nothingness.
Yeah.
Oh,
give you a good reason.
Not a good reason at all.
I texted him. I texted him and told him, "Hey, I'm glad you kept your money tonight." Because I showed when he kept saying, "I'll bet over." I said, "Hey, I'm gonna take your money because I'll take the bet." He never confirmed. We never bet, but I knew they were gonna get their thing blown out tonight. I knew it, bro.
Oh, you thought? Hold on. So Lo, you thought you. So where does it? Where do they go from here, Lo? Because I think it's over for them. Elder thinks they keep their core together. I think ain't no way in hell they keeping that core together.
I don't know if they keep their core together, but like what's because the I definitely think because the whole Jaylen Brown situation is coming up, he needs a contract extension, and they've already been playing around with the idea of moving off of him anyway. And I just think that if you are, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but if you're Portland and you kind of just keep looking at what you have and what you're going to do, and you're kind of running out of options, and you just got a top overall pick, like I'd much rather just go with that pick, trade Jaylen Brown, go get Dame, and everybody wins. They get the Celtics get what they actually need, which is somebody who can play make, generate quality looks as a ball handler, take a lot of pressure off of Tatum as a shot creator, and provide things they actually need without completely damaging their roster. And Jaylen Brown gets to go on the team. A fairly young player gets to go on the team while he's on another team that's all still building. But like the game in particular, they did what they keep doing. And I don't know, again, why I asked Showtime, why are they going to do anything different? And they didn't. Jaylen Brown, 0 for 7. This is Jaylen Brown is shooting just as bad from 3 as LeBron. Why? And like that's like saying LeBron is all of a sudden going to start shooting good from three, even though he's been shooting bad from three all postseason long. Jason Tatum 1 for 7 from three, struggling all postseason long, up and down with his jump shot. And as a whole, they both combined 33% from the field and 35% from the field. Turned the ball over 3 times apiece, even though neither one of them played. I can't imagine more than 32 minutes tonight. Like they were just bad. None of them. They weren't. Again, couldn't find open passes, couldn't find quality looks. But that's just who they've been. They've been that entire season, and they're going to continue to be that because that's who they are as players. And instead of actually making them improve as ball players, they went out and got a ball handler, Malcolm Brogdon. So it took off any responsibility. And when it comes to developing as a player from Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and this is the repercussions when you don't continue to adapt and evolve as ball players, you still fall to the same reason why you lost last year, which is lack of creation, playmaking from your 2 best players. That's it.
Now, Lo, let me ask you this, because me and Elder got into it about this, and that's the Ime Udoka situation and the coaching situation. Do you feel like the coaching has a big problem in this series, has been a big problem with Joe Mazzulla? I know he's got thoroughly outcoached by Eric Spoelstra, but do you think the coaching is a big problem? And how do you think Elder seems to think that the Celtics, there was no way they could bring Ime back? What's your whole thoughts on that whole situation, on how they got rid of Ime? Do you think they should have punished him and then brought him back? Or how do you feel about the whole coaching situation now? Give me your thoughts on that.
I'm not mad at them getting rid of Ime. It's just when you brought in somebody else, I thought they probably should have brought somebody else who had way more experience. You're talking about a team that's trying to get a championship, and you brought in a rookie head coach. I thought that was a very terrible decision. I get it. Granted, maybe at the time there weren't that many options because of something that Ime did that was a bit sporadic. But bring in Joe Mazzulla to coach a team that has championship aspirations as a rookie head coach. I mean, that to me just didn't make any sense. And sure, coaching probably not even probably does, because he's getting handily out-coached by Spoelstra. That's not even like a question. But quiet is kept. Last year, Ime was getting out-coached by Spoelstra as well. Like if we're being honest with ourselves. Yep. And to be fair, also to Ime last year, he was. Thank you, Lo. So like, thank you, Lo. Everybody is going to be out-coached by Spoelstra anyway. I try to tell Ticket.
But Ime won the series though.
Yeah, but just because you won the series doesn't mean that you got out-coached. You could have just had better talent than which he did. But he got out-coached last year. So, I mean, we can literally just look at what's they're being produced the same. They have the same problems. Like, again, not being able to have quality shot creation for your 2 best players and having stagnant offense, that was the same reason why they lost last year. And I know, granted, they got to the NBA finals and now they're losing to the conference finals, but that's almost why they lost in the conference finals to the Miami Heat last year. I think the difference is this year, defensively, the way that this team is just falling apart in the postseason is terrible. And if you want to say that's an Ime thing where he was able to coach them to a really good defensive unit, by all means, I'm fine for that. But Joe Mazzulla just being brought in as a rookie head coach for a team that had championship aspirations, I thought that was just a massive problem. And we're starting to see it already, like quickly than I think sooner than expected. But the defense is what's like really throwing me off. The defense should not look this bad, like at all.
I agree with you, Ticket, on the one part when you said they did that too early, because then they give Mazzulla an extension already.
Yeah, they gave him an extension already.
Yeah, that was too early. I agree with that. But the Ime thing wasn't going to happen at all. It just was not going to happen. And the Boston made the right decision when it comes to that, especially from the legality situation. No, it should not have happened. Should not have happened.
That'll be surprising to me, though. I'm not even surprised by this, to be honest.
So who y'all think is off the team now, like next year? Because I think Jaylen Brown. Malcolm Brogdon, I think, is gone.
I think Jaylen Brown.
I think they're gonna run it back. They're just gonna shake up.
They ain't running that shit back, man.
So who if they shake up the roster? If they shake up the roster, who are they shaking up with?
They could move Grant Williams, Derek White. They could do a little package and get probably Robert Williams too, because I think he's done. Like he's too injury prone, so they could shake up.
I agree with that. Robert Williams is definitely
Yeah,
going.
I
I
mean,
agree.
so
They're gonna move
they're
him.
gonna run it back. They're not gonna break the core. They're not breaking that core up.
Bro, I
But what
believe
about the
that
core
Stand
don't
on
agree?
that.
But what are they getting? I mean, because this is where things kind of fall apart every single time I ask this question. All right, so they're trading these pieces that you just these miscellaneous pieces, not miscellaneous, it's quality pieces. They're trading these pieces and getting what? What are they getting?
In my opinion, they need a defensive. They have enough scoring. They need a pure point guard. It's not many of them in the league,
They
but
got one with Malcolm Brogdon.
nah,
He's not a pure
he's
point
a
guard.
little bit overrated defensively. He's not really all that defensively to me. I would look at somebody like it's tough,
Who?
man.
Fred VanVleet?
No, he's
Mm-mm.
not defensive
So
minded. But
I mean,
this
I'm
is
just
where
saying that's not the
again
only one you can get.
this is where it falls apart again. You the player that you name are quality rotation pieces, but in return you're going to get another quality rotation piece. Like it's the I think the best move for them is to move off of Jaylen Brown because again, unless you're committed to the idea that Jaylen Brown,
nah, that would be dumb.
I don't think it'd be done if you get someone like Dame in the process. They were already
They're not getting
looking.
Dame.
Yeah, they're not getting him.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm not sure what the hell Lowe
But
talking about because
only reason why the
I'm
only
not
reason why I
sure
think
what
they
Lowe
might
talking about because just because you trade away a quality piece doesn't mean
No.
that you need to get
Yeah.
Nico Tom back. I mean, if anything else, bro, the Miami Heat are showing us that if you get high IQ players with a good coach and a good culture, you can win in this league, bro. And so when you say, you trade away quality pieces, what's coming back in return? I don't know. Go find me some motherfuckers who got high basketball IQ.
I think they'll do a deal with
But that's why
Toronto.
fucking just play basketball.
That's why
You know
I
what
asked the
I'm
question. He has to give me a name though.
I think
You
they'll
can't
do a
just say
deal
it.
with
Just give me a name.
Toronto. I think they'll do
I
a deal
gotta
with
scan the
Toronto.
landscape and see what's out there. I gotta scan
I
and see
think
what's out there.
I think they'll
Really
get an
analyze
OG and an
Since
Obi
we
back.
just throwing up names, because that's what we doing. What
I
about
think
an even swap?
Anunoby-
Jaylen Brown for Bradley Beal or something. What about an even swap like that?
Nah, that's not the
I mean,
answer.
we just throwing up names.
Hey,
But
that's
the
not
problem
an
with
even
Brad, but the
swap,
problem.
bro. That's not an
But
even swap.
and not only that, the problem with that is that you're going to deal with the exact same problems. Bradley Beal is not a shot creator. He's not someone. He's a shot creator. Let me say that back. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. He's a scorer,
He's not a play.
He's a
He's not a
scorer.
playmaker.
bro.
He's not
Keep
a
going,
playmaker. He's not a playmaker.
He's a shot creator.
And
but keep going.
And he don't play.
But
And he's not a defender either.
And he's not a defender. So he's not a playmaker, and that's what they need. They need somebody who can actually generate opportunities for everyone else and get to the basket and put pressure on the rim consistently.
Well, what if
Bradley
I
Beal does
said
not do
trade
that.
away Jalen? What if I said let trade away Jaylen Brown and go get me 2 or 3 quality pieces? Go get a Harrison Barnes. Go get a fucking a more of a traditional big who doesn't stand in the corner like Al Horford. I like Robert Williams, but listen, he can't guard the pick and roll for nothing, right? His value is in the paint, blocking shots and rebounding. But in this league and like this new shooting era, his value will be less year by year because teams can take him out the game easy. That's like that's easy to do. And so, how about you get up Jaylen Brown and go get 2 or 3 just good old fashioned rotational players? I'm not sure who those players are.
I'm gonna tell you where you trade them to, then, man.
I mentioned Harrison Barnes, but
You ain't
I
going
mean,
to
just
Nah,
give me 3
Now
players.
trade it to his hometown, Atlanta. Get you Javante Murray. You might see if you can
Devontae
look
Murray.
up. Yeah. No.
They're
See
not
if you.
trading
I'm
Murray.
just saying, get more than that. You mess around and try to get one of those other guys in Atlanta. Who else you might try to go for?
They
Go for
need some
John
type of low.
Collins.
I'm not even.
Boston
needs.
Boston needs some type of low post presence, man. Not
They
necessarily
got to do something.
type player,
Hey, now,
but
I'm not mad at the DeJounte Murray name.
Lo, let me ask you something about capping ass
I've heard
Elder,
so
man.
far.
And this nigga Elder
Oh
made me
my
mad with this
gosh.
dumb ass shit he said, right? I'll tell you what Elder says.
Yo, Elder, you see how he throw me in the middle of this, Elder?
Nah, I'm finna tell you what the nigga said, though. I'm finna tell you what he said. Because I know you gonna agree with this shit. Elder told me that he think the finals gonna be a sweep.
In favor of who?
On the Nuggets.
I said, let me say it.
Hey, Elder.
I said the finals
you ain't
with this
gotta explain it to
matchup,
me,
it
'cause I
could
might
be.
explain
So
it.
I said it could be. I said this thing could be a sweep out of respect I'll say gentleman sweep though.
Man,
If
that's nasty, man.
Elder, you ain't
Miami
got to
makes
explain it to
them,
me, Elder.
I
I
agree,
might
Elder.
actually agree with
I
you.
agree,
I
Elder.
agree with you. I'm
5
about to say,
games. I
I
agree.
think the
I can
matchup is
definitely.
better.
Hold on.
Yes,
After
5
everything
games.
y'all
I
seen
think
from
Jimmy
Miami,
Butler could get 2 games.
after
Boston
everything y'all
ain't
seen
Denver,
from
buddy.
Miami, y'all still
I don't see it.
disrespecting
Boston
Butler?
ain't Denver, buddy.
Boston is
Boston's
not
not
Denver.
Denver. Sorry.
It's not Denver.
Hold on,
Yeah,
the way
That's
you
Boston.
what
was
I
talking,
told
hold
him
on, the way
earlier.
you was talking,
Boston ain't
Boston was
Denver.
better than Denver. The way you was talking before the series.
You picked Boston to win the series, Ticket.
You
No, no, no. I
you
did not
was
pick
you was
Boston to win the
talking
series.
you
Hold
was
on, you're a
talking
liar.
big for
Hold on.
What you
Boston
Hold
though,
saying,
on.
my
You
Ticket?
get
man.
thrown off the show for lying. I did not
Bro,
pick
you
Boston
picked
to win the
Boston to win
series.
the series.
Bro, I said before the whole playoff started that if Miami, because they was going in the bubble, I said they play Boston, they're gonna kill them dudes' ass. Period. I'm on tape.
No,
Saying
when first
the
we started, we
video's up.
talked about it. You
The
picked Boston.
video, no, we did not. I did not. Time out. That's a lie. The video's up on YouTube right now. Right before the play in, the video's up.
Well, like me and
I
Lowe just
thought
said, bro,
Miami was gonna
Miami's
win
not
that game
Denver.
and play Boston. That's
Yeah,
a
Miami's
lie.
not Denver.
Miami's
That's
not
a lie,
Denver.
sir.
Yeah, Miami's not
Denver.
Denver. All right, so stop that nonsense, bro. They're not Denver. Sorry,
You
Denver's just
keep
better.
saying that
More
shit, man.
complete.
Hey, yo, y'all some disrespectful dudes, bro.
They're
Y'all see
not.
what Miami's doing.
I
What?
think he could
It's just
get
our
2
opinion.
games at least though. I think
It's
Jimmy
just an
Butler could get
opinion.
2 games.
I got
Go ahead.
Denver in 6. Denver in 6.
All right, let me go through this again. Ticket. Why?
Elite level shooting right now.
Okay.
Elite level leadership. Bam is playing great basketball right now on both ends. He spoke.
Till he
I give him the
got to
coach
guard
credit.
Jokic.
I give him the
He
coach
guard.
credit.
He's the same thing
And
for
guess what?
Anthony
Hold on.
Davis because Bam is not a better
I
defender than
guarantee you one
Anthony
thing.
Davis.
Hold on. I
And
guarantee
Bam,
you
who
niggas.
was he guarding?
Jimmy
Who
could
was he had to go
neutralize
up against?
Jamal
You
Murray
could
though.
the same thing
Jimmy
about
could
Anthony
neutralize
Davis.
Jamal
Hold on,
Murray
nigga.
He
though.
ain't
Hold on.
had to go
I
up against
guarantee you one
nobody.
thing
No, he
though.
can't.
That shit Low was
I
talking
don't
about
think
some.
I don't
That
think
shit.
so,
That
Herm.
shit
I
Low
don't think
talking about.
so.
Yeah, he can't
Jokic
guard
beat
Jamal Murray,
AD up in
bro.
court. I guarantee you
He
don't.
been guarding on Jaylen Brown is.
I
He
guarantee
might
you
can
don't.
guard him.
Jalen
Jamal
Brown is
Murray
not
plays more.
Jokic. God
No.
damn. Y'all are naming players who are not even the same stratosphere offensively as Jokic. Not Jalen Brown. Ticket. Who's guarding Jokic? Let's do the matchup
Nah,
right
I
now. Who's
want to
guarding
talk
Jokic?
about
Hold
Jokic,
on.
nigga. I want to
Damn.
talk
Hold on.
about
You
Jimmy
said
Butler could
hold on,
contain
Herm.
Jamal
6'9"
Hold
Murray.
Bam out of
I say
Bayou.
Jimmy Butler
An
could
old
contain
ass,
Jamal
on,
Murray.
old
Herm.
6'9" Bam out of
Nigga,
Bayou.
you said
An old ass,
no.
what's the dude
This
came
nigga
from?
said no. This nigga was sitting up here
Zeller.
bragging.
Cody
Broke
Zeller.
his
Low.
back
It was Zeller.
tonight.
This nigga
No,
Low
not
was
Cody
sitting.
Zeller. The other
Bro, this
dude,
nigga Low was sitting up here
power
bragging.
forward,
Low was hold
Kevin
on.
Love.
Come on, Dub. Come on, Dub. I
He
got
got
you,
back
Dub.
issues
Dub,
right
I
now
got you
too.
right now, Dub. I got you right this capping ass
That's
nigga
who's
Low.
guarding
I
him.
got you right now, Dub.
Ticket,
Those
can
two
you answer
got
Dub,
that
take your message,
responsibility.
Dub. This nigga Low is a capping ass nigga. Hey, listen.
Who's guarding Jokic?
No, I'm saying, hold on. You said Low. This is what you said. You was sitting up here bragging yesterday, talking about how Jokic was outrunning AD up and down the court. He ain't doing that shit to Bam.
I never said he would.
So
He
wait,
don't-
so time out.
He
So
ain't
when we
got
talk
you though,
about, hold on.
Ticket. He don't have to do that.
They're
Hold
a
on,
half
man.
court
Hold on,
team.
man.
They're a slow paced
So when
team.
we talk about, hold on. So when we talk about the other end, nigga, we talking about Jokic gonna have to keep up with Bam in this series.
So is your money on the Heat then?
They're not an
What you saying?
up-tempo team.
Is your money on Miami versus Denver?
Wait. I want to be clear. Miami's not an up-tempo team. They don't run up and down the floor like that.
Y'all ain't got zero.
So again,
Low,
Ticket,
stop
Ticket,
lying.
wait,
Low,
Dub,
stop
stop,
lying, bro.
stop. Ticket. Can we go
What's
through the
up,
matchup?
Dub?
Right, hold on. Miami
guarding
spreads them
Jokic?
out. They open them up. And Miami, to me, they're a better three-point shooting team than the
Yeah,
Denver
they
Nuggets.
are. They
I
are.
agree.
They're the
I
best
agree.
three-point shooting team that
I
they're the
agree.
best
I agree.
three-point shooting
They are.
team that the Nuggets has
Well,
ever
that's gonna hold on. That's gonna
seen.
open up the
I would
Nuggets.
thought I'd
That
agree with
right
that.
there is gonna open up the
If
Nuggets
you make
defense.
mistakes on
Because
him,
guess
yeah.
what? Guess why?
They
Guess
got
what?
better wing play too. Miami got better
Like
wing play.
the thing
Jokic
that
gonna have
Lowe's
to get
just
out on
the
the
thing
pick
that
on the
Lowe's
pick
just
and
lying
pops.
about.
On the pick and pops, Jokic gonna have to get his ass out there, nigga.
No,
The thing
he's
that
not.
the thing that
I don't
Lowe
know about that.
Why not? Why not?
Because who is he picking and
Because
popping
Bam
with?
can't shoot, nigga.
But no,
Yeah,
Uncle Bam can't shoot the midi, nigga. What you talking about?
That's not
Not
out there.
consistently,
Yet.
Yeah, man,
That's
AD.
not a
He ain't
three-point
AD.
shooter, bro.
No, I ain't
He
saying
That's
ain't
not a
I ain't
AD
saying
with the midi.
I ain't
So
saying that. But
who
hold
is he picking
Shit,
and
Who a
popping
better
with?
AD's been
shooter? Who a
shooting
better
bad
shooter?
too,
Ticket
though.
Bam or AD?
Bro, you're not hearing me. Listen what I'm
AD's
saying, bro.
had
You
two
just
good
said he got
games,
to come
two
out. Who
good
a better
offensive
shooter,
games.
Bam or
What you talking
AD?
about?
Hold on. If Jimmy,
What you
hold on.
talking about?
If Bam's setting the pick and
Yeah.
Jokic is guarding Bam, hold on, and Jokic
Not
is
for
guarding
mid
Bam.
range.
Hold on. If Bam is setting the pick and
Mhm.
Jokic is guarding Bam,
Mhm.
and Bam sets a good pick, that
Mhm.
means Jokic is coming off guarding Jimmy or guarding other boy Vincent or one of them dudes that can shoot the three. But now I ain't more so Vincent
Nah,
and
okay.
Martin.
King Martin.
Hold on. More so Vincent and Martin than Jimmy. If Vincent and Martin get him in that pick and roll, Jokic has to step up. Them niggas been hitting the three at an elite.
Bam does dribble handoffs too. Like why?
I'm not denying it, Dub. But he's
Bam was being foul trouble
I'm
in
just
the first few
asking for
minutes.
what are these
I ain't
reps
worried
instead
about
of
it.
saying, because if it's Bam and Jimmy, then no, he's not stepping out there. They would just drop
Yeah, he
coverage, and
definitely
Aaron Gordon is going under screen.
going
If
under
you
that.
want to say dribble handoffs, then
That's
that's a
different.
totally different conversation. Yeah, but if don't say Bam and Jimmy pick and rolls is why Jokic wants to step up. That's not what's going to happen.
No, he better step up the way that he shoot the ball.
And to be Jimmy's not shooting that. He's not shooting any volume from three to where somebody's going to have to step out because he didn't take that many. So again. If that is without a doubt a set that they can run that will be difficult for them to defend, sure. However, bro, if the matchup is going to be again Bam on Jokic, Gordon on Jimmy, and then you have KCP on whoever's going off, if it's Gabe Vincent, Martin, or whoever, and then Jamal Murray just on the weakest
Kyle Lowry. I mean,
on Kyle Lowry, and then MPJ on the other shooter. No. And then on the other wait,
stop.
And then,
Low, stop.
Wait,
Stop.
and then
No,
wait.
Stop.
I'm almost done. Then on the other end, if you're running that many guards, MPJ is shooting over players who's like 6 inches shorter than him.
I live MPJ though.
And then I guess
then Gordon's gonna overpower him down low, dunking and lobbing.
And then I'm not saying, and then if you have Bam, and I'm not saying that Bam isn't going to be fine, but Bam on somebody who's like 70 pounds heavier than him in Jokic, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a close series, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say sweep, but I'm more so living with I can hear a sweep before I actually hear Miami win.
6 games, 4.
No, hold on. No, so this is where you fucked up in the first place, right? For some reason, you just keep hyping over this fucking Nuggets offense as if it's so unstoppable. Miami's defense is still one of the best defenses in the league, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, we are very switchable. We rotate very well. And Bam Adebayo, I'm not saying they're going to stop the Denver Nuggets offense, no. But we could make it very challenging for them boys to get off 100%. Even though MPJ is shooting over guys, that's fine. I mean, let's not forget, like the Lakers, the main reason why the Lakers lost this series is because they could not get anything on offense when their defense was playing well. So that's one. Two, Miami, the Nuggets have not even faced an offense that's like Miami. This is the best offense that they're going to be going up against. And Jokic, Bam Adebayo, if he keeps playing the way he's been playing against Boston, bro, he's going to be killing Jokic one-on-one all the time. And then the dribble handoffs with dribble handoffs with Bam that they can do, the off-ball movement they do. The thing you keep talking about one-on-one, man-on-man, bro, these guys just feed off of each other, bro. They move the ball well, and you could get 5 points from Kevin Love one moment, and then Gabe Vincent hits back-to-back threes, and then Jimmy starts hitting some mid-range shots.
I'm gonna tell you where Miami gonna be in trouble at.
That offense is just gonna be too much.
This is where Miami gonna fall into big trouble at.
I'm not even really questioning.
Miami is gonna fall in trouble when Jimmy go to the bench. That's when they're gonna get their ass.
They haven't been falling in trouble when he's been going to the bench.
They're gonna fall in trouble against Denver though.
Well,
that's the problem.
Why? The Denver's defense is
Miami bench been good though. Miami bench been
Jamal Murray and Jokic minutes is staggered. They will be in trouble when one of them is on the court and Jimmy is on the bench.
So okay, cool. So can I get a bet with Dub and take it right now? I got Denver.
I said, what about when Jokic is on the bench? What they going?
Jamal Murray will be in the game. Their minutes are staggered. Ticket.
One of them will always be on the floor. BX, I think Jimmy Butler go give Jamal Murray a hard time.
He could give him trouble, but when Jimmy is on that bench, they ask
Jimmy go get Murray a hard time. Bro.
Wait, that's not true though. For the whole playoff run, Jimmy. There's times where Jimmy Butler's not even touching the ball, and they're still getting awful because, bro, it's not.
That's not going to work against Denver though.
We're not. But Denver's defense is by far the weakest defense we've faced in the postseason. So what are we talking about?
But they have the best offense though. So I mean,
I think, and I will say that I think that's Denver is like I think by far the best offense.
Number one.
Which is fine. And to be fair, Dub, to you, like I said before, I think the one player who actually will put rim pressure constantly on Jokic would be Jimmy. So I'm not saying that there's no. He is. He's the only player that they played in the playoffs where he's going to put constant rim pressure.
Yeah, but Denver has a big lot.
But we don't. It's not 1-on-1 though. We rotate. I mean, we move the ball, so there's a lot of.
Oh no, well, I'm talking about down the stretch of games when y'all are trying to execute. I
think Spo go out coach Mike Malone too.
Spo is not going to.
Spo go out coach Mike Malone too.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, he could, but I mean,
And
just what I said. Jimmy
and low. If Bam is playing the way he's playing against Boston, Jokic is in trouble.
Yeah, but okay, all right, whatever.
That's a fact. Look, you going to dispute that?
No, I'm not. I don't think that's gonna be a. I don't think it's moving the needle, but
we'll see.
Whatever.
We'll see.
And listen, y'all depending on Miami to stay this hot from three, bro. They're gonna come down to earth sooner or later, bro.
Hey, man, we've been saying that since the start of the playoffs, though, and they haven't. We've been saying that since the start. We've been saying that since the start of the playoffs. Hold on. Another thing, though. Milwaukee, check this out. Jimmy Butler in Milwaukee. Let me get this out. In the Milwaukee series, Jimmy had to play crazy superhero level ball. You know, Jordan, LeBron-esque, whatever. Hold on. But in the Knicks series and even early this team is a lot more than Jimmy Butler now. You got Bam Adebayo stepping up, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent.
Talking about the Knicks,
Woke up today. No, hold on. Gabe Vincent woke up today. Duncan Robinson hitting threes. This team is more than Jimmy Butler. People have
Duncan Robinson won't even be able to play in a Denver series.
Yes, he can.
That's what you think. Duncan Robinson won't even be real quick.
After game one, Duncan Robinson won't be on the court no more. What?
That's what you think. I'm telling you, no. All these guys, look. This is not.
Man, we got more victims, man.
Everyone's stepping up.
We got more victims. Hey, when niggas go against me, they lose. We got more victims.
If y'all that confident, bro, put your money up, man. Period.
Yeah, that's good.
Put your money up, man. We ain't know.
I'm the king of this shit, man. Yeah, you go against me, you lose, nigga.
Yeah, Ticket, Jalen, and Dub, put y'all money up.
Ticket too. Ticket to tell you.
It don't have to be a sweep, but I just think that like the way that the Nuggets are playing and
Ticket, you better warn these
niggas. Defensively, they're really sound team. I'm not denying
fucking
that.
King of this basketball shit, man.
They've been killing teams.
And the BS, you sleeping on what Jimmy could do to Jamal Murray though?
Nah, I'm not sleeping.
Who you got, Herm? Who you got, Herm?
Yeah, Herm, you sound like you got the heat.
No, I got Denver. I got Denver in 7 games. I think
all right, I was gonna say, put your money on it.
The 7 game pick is
I think Jimmy can push it to 7. I don't
go
7 games.
Wait, how much credit are we giving Eric Spoelstra for his game plan against Joker, whatever it may be? I don't know.
That's why I think it's going 7.
I think all that's
it ain't going 7, man.
I keep asking the question like, what is he going to do? Like, I
what's the adjustment?
I get that we may not be as smart as Spoelstra, and that's fine. But what is it though? What is he going to do?
I keep telling you, Lo. I tell you every time you ask. Bam Adebayo, especially if they're on top of the key, that favors his matchup because now, I told you, if he's down in the low block, that's when Jokic is really going to take advantage of him. But if he's on top of the key where Jokic likes to play at, Bam is going to be fine there. And Miami's mobile enough to do a lot of switch actions. And then they could not zones all the time, but those zones in spurts like the Lakers was doing on Jokic, making him have a tough time and keep throwing him different looks to at least keep him rattled and keep him guessing. If we're able to do that, don't get me wrong, the Nuggets offense is still going to be great, but if we're able to do that, keep him rattled, and our offense can capitalize off of that, bro, like that's the key for us to win, bro.
Okay, let me ask a follow-up. Okay.
Yeah,
if they playing high, if Jokic is playing high and you're saying that's more favorable for him, for Bam, which fine. What's now stopping anybody from on the Nuggets from just cutting to the basket and getting quality looks because there's no rim protector?
Thank you.
Again, this is my problem with you, bro. You just need a rim protector. You think that people just need a rim protector. Miami Heat, we stay in front of our man very well. People cut into the basket. When people cut into the basket, we're not just getting blown by. We're staying on those guys' hip. So as long as we're staying on those guys' hip, it's gonna challenge the shots because they can't just be getting free lays because there's a guy in front of them. You don't need a guy to just be blocking shots down there all the time.
I didn't say block. Okay, but let me. Okay, that's fine. The difference though is that you are facing teams that do not move like the Nuggets, A. And B, if Jimmy Butler is going to be defending Jamal Murray, if in this hypothetical, whoever he's defending, that means that there's always going to be a forward on the floor that's going to be defended by a guard now, because Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr., however you think Caleb Martin, who's 6'6", is going to be able to cut with him, he's smaller than him. He'll just catch the ball over him and he's dunking or laying the ball up, because Aaron Gordon's been doing that all year long.
Yeah, you're just hyping off this Nuggets team, bro. I'm not going to hold you.
So put it up, 10,000. Put it up right now, dog.
10 bands.
See, you know I ain't got money like you. I'm not doing that shit.
Then that's
what you talking about.
You don't really believe in them, man.
I'm not doing that shit.
You don't believe in them, man.
Hey, Doug, they haven't learned their lesson. We all been like disrespecting Miami, but we taking out a big factor about Miami, and that is, bro, these dudes not only play with an edge, bro, but they're on fire right now, bro. And I'm talking about every last one of them dudes, bro. They hitting shots from everywhere, bro. And they hitting big shots, tough shots.
All right, well,
we gonna wake up feminist fantasy next round too.
But I'm not gonna lie, Jimmy Butler defense.
Teach me my lesson, then. Who's Teach me my lesson and take my money.
Who's shooting better from three? Nuggets or
what's
Celtics?
the bet?
I mean, Nuggets or Heat?
What are we talking about, BX? All this talking shit. Teach me my lesson.
I got the Heat shooting better from the three in that series.
No. I'm saying so far in this,
I got the Denver Nuggets winning the series. How about that?
In the series that they're playing right now, I think Miami's probably slightly better, but they're both like up there.
Okay, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying that the Heat are scorching hot, which I'm not denying that, but you're also talking about a Nuggets team who also is on scorching fire as well from three. So like the thing, I'm not denying that these are things that aren't true about Miami. They're a great 3-point shooting team. They are scorching hot, but so are the Nuggets. And for the entire postseason run, the Nuggets have the highest 3-point percentage. So like, I'm not saying they're not going to make their threes, but then also you're going to get 3-point shooting from the Nuggets as well. So where's the advantage? What advantage will be seen from the Heat that will be shown consistently that the Nuggets will not be able to combat? What is that?
All right, good question.
I keep telling you, bro. The defense that Miami has will be able to make it more challenging for the Nuggets than vice versa. So that's where it's going to be a 6 or 7 game series in my opinion. But that's where I'm going to put more faith in Miami, because I trust their defense more than the Denver Nuggets defense to keep them at bay. That's the separator.
That's a fair.
Do you think that he could keep Jamal Murray to play like a Jaylen Brown this series? Could they?
No, Jaylen Brown's playing terrible.
No, Jaylen Brown's horrible. But I don't see. For example, I don't think Jamal Murray is going to have that great of a series, especially if Jimmy is defending him, and he's going to be. But the problem is that Jimmy having to like really solely focus on defending Murray, who's constantly active on the team and moving. Again, I think he can really neutralize him. But all of that switching and roaming and helping that you're talking about, Dub, it can't happen as fluid as it has happened throughout this throughout the postseason run, because you're dealing with players who are much more offensively inclined than any team that you face so far. So yes, you can do a lot of
all this shit y'all talking about Boston with all them guys they got, they can break down the defender and get their own bucket. Now all of a sudden, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, those two guys, and then you're talking about the 3-point shooting that the Celtics had, spreading you out as far as being able to hit threes all over the court with the number of guys they got in Williams and all those other guys. You guys are crazy, man. Y'all are disrespectful, man. That's all I'm saying.
I'm crazy, man. I'm crazy, Ticket. How much you betting?
I'm not saying it's a sweep, but
I got Denver in 5 or 6.
The big thing.
Hold on, man. Here's the problem I have with you. You thought Boston would wipe these dudes out.
I was wrong. Listen, Denver Heat. What's the bet, bro? I was wrong. I concede that. What's the bet?
I bet they won't get gentlemen swept.
Hold on, Herb. What's the bet, Ticket?
We'll get to it right
before
game one.
All right, that's fair. I respect that. All right, cool. I got you, man.
I'm gonna take your cheese, nigga. Y'all niggas sad, man. Y'all listen to low shit. Low sorry ass over here. This nigga, all he been doing is riding this fucking Jokic train, man. Riding this goddamn
Jokic.
Look like I'm about to ride into the NBA Finals.
Hey,
look like I'm about to take it all the way to the NBA Finals.
Low. You got your Nuggets gear on. You got your Nuggets gear on.
Low a lot to you and make you think that Jamal Murray ain't been carrying that man in this series.
Hold up. So Jamal Murray, phenomenal scorer, but everything else that Jokic brings to the table, I still think he's been more impactful to win it.
So they would have won. They would have won if Murray don't go crazy in that fourth quarter the other night.
No, of course they needed that. They needed that. 100%.
He did go crazy in
the first half last game.
Say it again.
They would have won if Murray didn't go crazy in the first half last game.
100%. They needed everything Murray gave them, but we also have to look at everything Jokic gave him and what Jokic opens up for Murray. A lot of what Murray gets is because of Jokic. You know that. A lot of what Murray gets is because of Jokic.
I'm dead ass serious, man.
I would say this, low to you, bro. The thing you're discounting heavily is like the series against the Lakers. The Lakers played for game 2 and game 3. They played good defense on the Nuggets. The main thing that kept them from being able to pull away was that their offense and the decision making. Anytime when they was about to spark a run, they will put up a bad 3, put up a bad turnover that killed the momentum. So the Miami Heat ain't making those mistakes. So they're gonna have a defense comparable to the Lakers, and they'll be able to capitalize on those runs.
And that right there is why we disagree. We just disagree.
They ain't got the shot blocking besides the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they have the same defensive. They may be as impactful, but for different reasons. The Lakers have much more size to actually combat and match up with Jokic, noticeably more better than what the Heat have. And so, Dub, you're right. Their defense hasn't been played. It's probably the best defense been played against the Nuggets, but it's because they have like 3 or 4 players in the rotation who are 6'8" and taller that you can throw on Jokic. Y'all are not playing that many players. That's the difference.
Man, I'm just saying that they gonna play good defense differently, and they'll be able to capitalize on their
So
runs.
put 10,000 on it right now.
No, shut the fuck up.
10,000 is
shut the fuck up.
10,000
I feel you, Lo.
Low flexing his pockets, man.
I don't blame you. I'm not convinced they're gonna sweep the Lakers.
I don't think they're sweeping the Lakers.
They might not, but I know where they will be though.
They're going to the finals 100%.
What if the Lakers come back? What's going to happen, Lo? When we talking that if the Lakers come back?
I'm not wasting time on a hypothetical. It's not going to happen.
Right. They have 3-0.
You got to get on your knees if that happens, Lo.
Lo should shut his channel down for all that Jokic shit he talking. If the Lakers win this series, bro,
that'd be a wild.
How many? Yeah, y'all don't have any. Dub, y'all are see. This is what I be talking about when it comes to just like you got to just know hoops, bro. Like y'all, come on, like Bam is the biggest player that y'all play consistently. He's 6'9".
Right, but Bam causes matchup problems too because he is quicker than Jokic. So
I agree with that. But if the argument is that we're gonna Bam is gonna have to pick up more of the scoring load, I'm pretty sure Denver is fine with that being a reality.
Hold on, I'm fine with what Miami's doing right now as far as the scoring.
Yeah, I'm not asking Bam to be going crazy, but I'm just saying if he's playing if he's able to shots he's putting up and being able to hit those at a good clip against the Nuggets,
and his athleticism, Dub. Don't forget about his athleticism. Will help him as well against a guy like Jokic.
Do we have any regular season?
Low. Who runs down the floor faster, Bam or Jokic?
Oh no, Bam will definitely outrun him.
Okay.
But they're not a up tempo.
Right, Denver makes shots.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to ask you that.
Okay.
So look, the Heat and the Nuggets have played twice in the regular season. Both were
Denver
close
won
games.
both games.
4-point win. Yeah, but Denver won by 4 in the first one, and they won by 5.
I don't care what they won by. They won both games.
I'd like to watch those games to see what happened to kind of put it in perspective.
Neither one of those coaches show their hands as that much in the regular season because I thought I was going to see more Jokic inverted pick and rolls. And I didn't start seeing that until the end of the game, in the game 3, in the last 2 to 3 minutes. And I thought they were going to start to run that way more often. So
what was the Nuggets doing against the Lakers, Lo? What was they doing?
Bro, they were killing the Lakers, bro. My God, bro.
Nah, what's the word you told me before?
What is it? Because I forgot, bro.
It starts with a T.
What?
Troll.
Oh, they were trolling. Yeah, they were trolling. They were trolling because like again, he's even better, Dub. They weren't even trying. I do not think that I don't even think the Nuggets have been really trying offensively this season.
That's crazy to say. That's crazy to say.
Here's why you full of shit, Lord. I'm gonna tell you something. Something else y'all
trolling them, bro.
Miami has finals experience.
Okay.
I can count for something. I might have to count for something.
Hold on. You talking all that shit about Jokic. It's different when you on the biggest stage of them all. So Jimmy Butler and Spo and them, they've been there. Kevin Love, he's been there and won championships. Goddamn, what you call it? The shooter that come off the bench, he's been there.
Kyle Lowry.
No, the shooter that comes off the bench right now.
Oh, Duncan
Robinson. He was a starter in the finals. He ain't scared of nothing. Goddamn Kyle Lowry. He has NBA finals experience. See, that's another thing that guys like Low ain't gonna tell y'all that. See, I cooked this nigga 3 the hard way easy.
Okay, I don't care. They're still gonna lose.
Do they get Tyler Hero back too? I don't know if they want him, but did Tyler Hero come back in the finals?
I'm fine with Tyler Hero not playing.
The only person
no. I'm just saying, if he come back,
that's it.
Tyler Hero might do a little something.
I really don't care.
So you don't count. So the finals experience don't matter to you.
Not when I think the matchup discrepancy is this wide. No.
What?
Yep.
Man, okay, wait. Do you think Jimmy Butler can be the best player on the series over the course of a couple games against Jokic and Denver?
He could.
I know Jokic is a better player overall. He could be.
He could. I still don't think that would mean that they will win.
Be the difference.
Yeah. I don't even really questioning Jimmy. I'm not questioning Jimmy because I don't think that they have. I don't think they have the multiple bodies to throw at Jimmy. Maybe outside of like KCP and Aaron Gordon, but when it needs to be, I think he has a foot speed quicker than both of those players. So I don't really think that I'm not questioning Jimmy at all. Okay. I'm questioning really what am I going to get out of everyone else, and then also how they matching up on the other side. And I think that again, not questioning Jimmy, I think he will have a very impactful series defensively against Jamal Murray. I just think that Jokic will be way too overwhelming in the size.
They don't have no game plan where they can double Jokic or send different looks at Spo ain't drawing up nothing now. He just getting killed out.
I'm not saying they can't, but what is it? Are you if Jokic in the post
come up with something?
What is it though? Ticket? I mean, tell me.
I don't know. Yeah, he's asking us. What do we think?
He's supposed to.
I'm not saying he's not, but I mean, you can't make purple unless you have some materials to make it.
If Jokic is in the post, we could send a double team, and then the guy who's sending the double team will just rotate off of, and then we'll leave Aaron Gordon open. And if he cuts to the basket after Jokic's passes, we'll be able to send help immediately after he cuts the basket. Miami's very mobile, so we're able to recover very well. So I do think.
Well, who's recovering? Is it a guard recovering on a driving?
Well, every game's going to be different, so I can't draw. Every play will be different. So who knows what personnel is going to be out there? I'm just giving you the idea of what could happen. Like I can't give you exact names.
If that happens, then they counter with putting Jeff Green in the corner 3. So then if you
Jeff Green is not moving me. Jeff Green is not.
All right. Not Uncle Jeff.
Okay, all right. Jeff Green.
I mean, look, I've doubted Miami this whole entire playoff series. They keep proving people wrong. So in some aspects, I got to put a little respect on that. They just find a way. Somehow, like they shouldn't be beating the Boston Celtics on paper. You go name for name, they shouldn't be beating them, but they are.
Yeah, but they also beating
them easy.
Yeah, they blew. It's crazy.
But again, they also match up well against them. So I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that I thought that Miami would be beating them this season because I certainly did not. But but when you look at it in the way that it's matching up, that it makes sense that they can at least compete with them. I'm asking for what are the matchup, what are the defensive schemes, like what is making you think that they're going to be able to do it? Albeit it may be something different when it actually transpires, but something in your mind has to be. There's something that you have to see.
I hear what you're saying.
That makes you believe it. And what is it? So if I'm telling you that Jokic is in a post and it's 50 pound, 3 inches shorter, Bam defending him. And you're saying, well, the counter would be, oh, we're doubling him. Okay. Jokic is just like whipping the ball to shooters and cutters because he's been doing that for the past 7 years. That's what he's been doing.
Look, from an X to the no standpoint, I can't think of anything Miami will do.
Man, Lo just gassing this shit up. Don't let him fool you, bro. Don't let him fool. And Bam could. It's not like it's gonna be a mismatch down there in the post every time. Bam's strong as fuck. Bam is strong, bro. Okay. So it's not like he's gonna be getting killed every time he gets down on the post, bro.
I'd rewatch. I mean, I want to see how Bam looked like against Jokic in the regular season. I know it's a regular season, but just to see how he was combating.
Go watch the games. Bam was playing good defense on him. Like he was.
Interesting. Okay.
something to look back and see.
Interesting. Because Jokic, you and I both know Jokic has been way more aggressive scoring wise in the postseason than he has in the regular season.
Oh, 100%. I'm just saying you're just underrating how much Bam could challenge him.
Okay, interesting.
We shall see, man. You gotta get off your
the things that he will do to Bam. Oh man,
Low keeps saying, well, what's gonna happen for this? Low just thinks that Jokic is that much better that Bam has no chance. It has nothing to do with the schemes. He just thinks he has no chance.
You don't even think that it would be a fair matchup with Bam. I might say Bam in the low post. You don't even think that, Doug.
But the way you're acting as if Bam's going to get destroyed every single time. That's not going to happen.
If he chooses to destroy him, that's what he will do, Doug.
Get the fuck out of here.
Correct.
Get the fuck out of here.
Interesting.
Hey, Bam is strong as fuck, man.
I'm not saying he's not strong. The
he ain't
nigga is like 70
Jokic.
pounds. That's what he's 70
Yeah, he ain't
pounds.
stronger than
It's hard to make up 70 pounds. It's hard. When that one, so somebody outweighs you by that much, it's tough.
Bro.
It's tough.
Come on, y'all. Come on, bro.
It's
Come
tough.
on, bro.
Right.
That man is like 290. Right. Come on.
Oh, here go my boy right here.
Oh, I get it.
Chris Copeland.
What's up, Copeland?
Hey,
what's good,
fam? My boy Legend of Winning in here capping, talking about he think that the Nuggets just gonna walk through Miami.
I never said that. Did I ever say walk?
No, actually, I got Miami winning that.
Thank you.
How much money? How much money?
I might be. Listen, I got a lot of respect for the Nuggets. They were the best team in the league all year, record wise. But Miami, bro. I'm going Miami, bro. Dogs, man. I'm an underdog guy though. That's you know.
But why?
See, he's saying
how many games first? How many games? Miami? How many games?
I got 6. I got Miami in 6.
Okay. Why do you think Miami is going to win?
I love their defense. I love their defense. No, I'm telling you, I love their defense and their balanced offense. I feel like, you know, they're one of those teams where you can't really just key in on one guy. I think the Nuggets, they move the ball well, but I like Miami's defense for that. It's the way they spray out, they double and they spray out to guys. They're just a more energetic defense to me. I like Jimmy. You know what I mean? I feel like he's just a different cat in the playoffs. I like him. I like him in that matchup versus Murray. I know Murray is obviously a better shooter, but I know Jimmy just does things, you know, different from an offensive, defensive perspective. So I'm rolling with Miami. I know it's a long shot, but I'm going with Miami.
So put 10,000 on it.
10,000. This guy, right?
Yeah.
Yo, put 10,000 on me, bro. Put 10,000 on me. I tell you what, I put 10,000 on ticket versus you 1-on-1.
Oh, I put 10,000 on it.
I put 10,000 on ticket right now. That's a bet. I got 10,000 on ticket.
I take out an extra mortgage on the crib.
Right. We just putting 10,000 up. I got you. No problem.
Yeah, we definitely put 10,000 on ticket. Yeah,
that's my bet.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Hopefully,
bro, you a nasty dude, bro. You know that? You a nasty motherfucker. You're a nasty dude.
What, dog?
Just put 10,000 on it. What's wrong with you, bro?
Right, you know.
I got respect. He put it out there. He's put it out there, waiting for someone to play.
That was crazy.
I'm confident too. That ticket end up. I'm confident too. Shit.
Yeah, y'all really believe it?
What up, man?
What up, Cope? How you been, man?
Coolin', bro. Good to I can't see you, but good to hear you.
Oh, good, man. You too, man. I'm right here, bro. Nice to see you, man.
Bro. All respect.
Sure.
I want to pop in real quick. Tickets sent me the link. I was gonna come say what up to everybody, man. Hope everybody's good. I'm gonna jump back off. Much love, though.
Sure,
much love.
Peace.
Already, fellas.
I heard earlier you guys mentioned the Jaylen Brown trade for Damian Lillard. I think that's a trade Portland would accept right away.
The one thing that he said that I totally disagree with is that, you know, the Heat do help recover well, but their lack of length and size. Denver's big, and their shooters don't need much room or space. And so even if the Heat are contesting shots and getting them out to the shooters in the short corner or the ISO threes, MPJ, you know, tall and lengthy. KCP is tall and lengthy. You know, Aaron Gordon can pump fake, drive good to the rim. Listen, man, I see the Heat team in the bonus often and early in these games. If you're going to play Bam one-on-one versus Jokic, that's going to be wear and tear. He'll get in foul trouble. Listen, I think from the outside looking in, Dub sees all these possible matchups or adjustments. But once the series starts, bro, like, watch. You're probably going to be like, damn, bro, like, whatever Miami Heat does, I see Mike Malone countering with something simple. He does this, Denver does that. And again, bro, Denver arguably has the best two players in the series in winning time. I got to see Jimmy do this shit, bro, in the finals, bro. As of right now, I'm taking Jokic and Jamal in the fourth quarter over anybody on Miami. That's just me, though. And Jimmy's close second. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a close second. But I'm taking Jamal and Jokic in the fourth quarter.
The thing is, we faced big lineups before. Like, I don't know why people are forgetting. Like Milwaukee. Milwaukee was big. The Lakers.
Milwaukee don't got Jokic.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's just like I get y'all point with the size and the shooting, but we faced big lineups before. We faced guys that were longer, more lengthier than us with good 3-point shooting. So we faced that before.
And what happened? And let's be honest, Dub. I hope you be honest. What was happening when that happened? When Giannis came back in, what happened?
He kept fucking Euro stuffing Bam, and Bam was just over here just putting a hand up and getting ran through.
Honestly, because for the most part, for being honest with ourselves, Giannis was feasting on him for the first 3 quarters and was down the stretch of the game to execute is when things start crumbling apart for Giannis. Things will not crumble apart for Jokic like that. He's just not.
But there was attacking difference, and Giannis, along with his strength,
he does.
He was using his momentum to gain speed. So, like, a lot of this should have been charges, and I kept hated watching it. But like, that's just what he was doing. He'll drop his shoulder and just run through everybody. So I don't see Jokic doing that. So that's why.
Well, I'm just saying the size. Yeah, fair. But I'm just saying the size and length that Giannis had on him, and albeit the athleticism, he used that into his ability, but the size and length was still overwhelming Bam. The only difference is down when it was time to just close these games that, albeit the Milwaukee Bucks were winning comfortably, especially Game 5. They're winning Game 5 comfortably. It's just that down in the fourth quarter, when it was time to get some half-court offense running, and they didn't even need nothing crazy, just enough to just really coast through the finish line. They could not get it because the man who was normally giving them and generating quality looks for them could not do it, and they were relying on Giannis still Euroing his way through, Drew Holiday step back threes, and Chris Middleton trying to figure out something out. And I know if that same thing happens where the side's going to overwhelm Bam, Jokic is not Giannis. He's still going to be able to.
But the size was used differently though. So that's the big component where Jokic, even like Jokic will be where he uses size most from the low post. Giannis was literally using his size, length, and his momentum to push Bam all through the floor. Jokic is not going to be having that head of steam like that, so that's why I don't think.
I don't think he needs that. He don't need the head of steam to get.
That's where we just disagree. That's where we just.
You don't think that Joker can push Bam off the block and get position?
I think he could. I think he could, but not to the point where. Yeah, no, not to the point where he's going to be getting killed every time, like Bam was getting ran through with Giannis. Because Giannis was just running through him, fam. Yeah, pause that.
And he got Dub, and he's more skilled down there. Giannis ain't.
He is more skilled.
Joker's way more skilled. Some fakes up and unders. I see Bam in foul trouble. If you play one,
I don't. And to be again, to be fair, like going into for example, if I'm not mistaken, like going into fourth quarter, Giannis had, I want to say he had 24 on crazy efficiency, right? Going into the fourth quarter. So I maybe he don't have that level of efficiency, but can I see Jokic walking into fourth quarters already with 24 plus, and it may not be that crazy efficiency? That's what I'm saying. And so then when you go down the stretch of the game and you throw it into him, he's still going to be effective enough for y'all to start having to think to yourselves, what are we giving up for him not to just dominate Bam down here? Yeah. And so it has to be something. And so I think Jimmy's going to be great in this series. I'm not even denying that. And I think Bam might do his thing as well. I just think that there's genuinely there's going to be stretches where, all right, cool, we'll give Bam that midi. We'll give what's his name, even Jimmy that many from time to time. But we know on the other side we're going to get just a better look, either from a Jokic post up, a dribble handoff where you can't switch, because if you switch, then Jokic is going to have a mismatch on him down low. Players shooting over every. I just think that, honestly, though, I think that the Miami Heat will be fine. I just think that I don't think they'll have the pieces to prevent them from getting quality looks.
Like I said, we're not gonna be completely stopping the Nuggets 100%. But the thing we just keep talking about the Miami defense versus the Nuggets offense. Miami's offense is probably going to be torching the Nuggets defense. So that's where I'm like, that's all I'm just going to be saying. Where Miami's defense will be at least keep them at bay, so the Miami's offense can push them through.
Giving Bam credit. Way too much credit. Bam is liable to disappear in that series, man. Just stop it.
That's what we disagree right there. I do not think that your offense, especially if I like he just said, I think
we're shooting like this.
On the mass.
No, I don't think it's a shooting.
Bam grabbing 18 rebounds versus Denver.
I think Bam is going to disappoint you. I think Bam.
Joker and Aaron.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Bam ain't, man, stop.
Bro, I was just watching the highlights of the Miami Denver game in the regular season. I know it's just highlights, but Bam was just, his first step was getting by Jokic every time. He wasn't even shooting the mid range. All he was doing was getting on top of the key. First step, blow by Jokic. I just saw four times right now. That first step blow by.
That's months ago, man. Who cares, man?
I'm just saying. Hold up. Dr. Robinson lobbed some threes. I don't know, man. I think again, Dr. Robinson is going to hit that 3 ball. He's clearly working.
I think Denver
on the court after game.
I think Denver plays that dribble handoff and doesn't coming off these screens where he travels every play. He travels on those plays, by the way, too. But I think Denver guards that with size easier than Boston does. Bro, Denver IQ is better. Denver is a high IQ team. Boston's not. So the things that Boston does, bro, Denver's not doing that. That's what y'all not accounting for.
Hey,
Joe Mazzulla playing 2K out there, bro. I swear to God.
I agree.
I was running the same. I was running the same shit 2 years ago on 2K, bro. I swear. That guy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro. You already said at the end. He said, "I just didn't get my team prepared." I'm like, "Oh man."
Oh my God.
That's unacceptable.
Bro, he has to be fired after if they lose this. He has to be fired, especially if they get swept. I'm assuming he
should get fired regardless, bro.
So Jalen telling us how they scored without actually going to see what Bam ended up shooting in those games.
I saw the highlights. I saw highlights.
If you're gonna go by that, he shot sub 43% in both of the outings against the Nuggets. So okay, all right.
You see Dr. Robinson?
I don't think Duncan was playing during this stretch. So.
He'll be played off the court after game 1. He won't be on the court after game 1.
Y'all be easy, fellas. I gotta go.
All right, man.
Doug, when you want to put that bet up, man, let me know, man.
Shut up, bro. Y'all be
man's ready to go.
Peace.
Yo, Mavs, niggas think Duncan Robinson is back now.
No, I just think he provides what he provides. Not that he's back. He provides what he provides.
He's confident. He's confident. I mean, he's making shots, but Denver's offense will make him pay on the end of the court.
Exactly.
Where Eric has to sit him. Yeah, where Eric has to sit him. So, I mean, Boston is just a dumb team. That's all. They're just dumb.
Yep.
I wish Doug had stayed there for a little bit longer, but Jimmy in the playoffs is shooting 42% from mid. That is fine. That's actually solid. That's fine. That's actually really good. However, he shoots a good portion of his shots in the mid-range area. Trust me when I say they are living with Jimmy Butler shooting 42% from mid.
I agree.
They're fine.
He's gonna have to shoot better than that probably. No.
Here's the key, fellas. If you're Denver, don't sell out your defense the way Boston's doing, right? Let Aaron play him one-on-one, go under the screen.
Yes.
You feel me? Make him score over Aaron one-on-one or your bigs or KCP. Don't sell your defense and let these Matt Strus, Vincent Gabe guys get going. And so that's going to be the investment that Mike Malone makes. Watch, you'll see.
Because they definitely don't have to, because they do a really good job of just playing a numbers game. Like if they're going to try to beat them,
exactly, for sure.
Bam mids or Bam trying to get to the lane, and with these the floaters that Bam does, like if that's the plan. And especially because that's the only way they create, it's not enough. Yeah, it's not. And Bam Bam this postseason run is shooting 37% from mid, and then his next what you call it is in the paint, the non-restricted area. So basically outside, beyond the restricted area, he's shooting 44% in that area as well.
And we gotta be honest too, bro. Like Boston is getting good looks in the series. They're just not making them. And
so now I also looked that up as well. I looked that up as well. Boston is getting not as many quality looks as Denver normally gets.
But they're getting looks to where they can make shots still, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they're getting good looks.
Their shots ain't just tough shots all the time. They're getting good looks.
Yeah.
For the most
they're
part.
just missing though.
So like their open shot percentage is what? Like under 40%?
Yeah,
MPJ, KCP, they make those shots. Oh, and by the way, I trust Bruce Brown running through screens, running through picks, chasing Gabe or chasing Matt Strus around to where they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, nullified to a certain degree. And so I think Bruce Brown takes away either Vincent Gabe or he takes away Matt Strus.
I still think I personally think they're still going to get a lot of shots off. I agree though. I think it's going to be easy to fight over and around a Bam Adebayo screen versus a Jokic screen. But I still think, the dribble handoff will be a tool that they use.
Y'all have a good night, man. I'm going to bed. I got work tomorrow.
You too.
Hey, they left both of us up.
Yeah, I was saying they left quick. So you got Denver in 6th. I think Denver's a smart money play. I think clearly the more talented team and all that. You got Denver in 6.
Yeah, I got Denver in 6. Yeah, I got Denver in 6.
Denver in 6. It'd be like that.
I'm about to go myself. I got to finish this video. So, Denver in 6. Maybe even 5. And I actually see them getting. I actually see Denver sweeping or winning in 5 before I would even see Miami winning in like 6. Like that, that's it. I just don't.
You think that there's that much of a gap between you? I hear you, but like I said, I've doubted Miami this entire playoff series. Thought they were going to lose to Milwaukee. I picked the Knicks over Miami, and now Boston. I did not think it was going to go like this. No one expected them to, potentially sweep Boston.
Yeah, but the way they match up. I said they just match up with a lot of these teams way better than I think people realize. That's it. They just match up with these teams way better. And not to say that excuses those teams for underperforming, in particular what Boston is doing right now. But if you told me an outline to how they can win, it would make sense. Giannis has been struggling against Miami Heat for however long it's been. Almost every single time they match up, he drops. He's a noticeable drop. And playing up against players like Bam, he struggles. Okay, that makes sense. If you're going to take the point of attack defender on Jimmy and you're consistently playing drop, let Jimmy beat you, which albeit he did, but let Jimmy beat you on tough middies. And then on the defensive side, you're stretching out Jokic with Kevin Love, putting him out there because that's how they just play their defense.
Yeah,
that's not Mike Malone does not stick with like 1 or 2 defensive schemes and that's it. Like they're going to have a problem. And even when they did that, again, Milwaukee was still going into fourth quarters in games 4 and 5 when Giannis was healthy with comfortable leads, very comfortable leads. And the only difference is that down the stretch, Giannis crumbled and their offense crumbled, and that's just not happening. That's not happening. And also, which call is a better shooting team as well. Like
Denver.
Outside of Denver's a better shooting team as well. Outside of Middleton, I don't really know who in that series shot all that well. I could be wrong, but I'm not 100% sure at volume who was shooting all that well, especially in closing lineups. Because in closing lineups, they were going out there running Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, and a shooter between Grayson Allen and Pat Connaughton.
Yeah.
When they were running those lineups, you have 2 non-floor space and 2 non-shooters, and Giannis and Drew Holiday on the floor, and they're predominantly handling the ball, and nobody has to defend them the way that they should be defended because they just can't generate quality looks, which then means you're busting down Chris Middleton post-ups, and that's just not going to work either. So I understand what Dub is saying. I understand what everybody's saying about the defense, but it's the same reason why. It's the same reason why when people's like going on and on about the Lakers defense and how good the Lakers defense was throughout the playoffs and yada yada yada. Like, yeah, it looks good when you're going up against a Memphis Grizzlies team where Dylan Brooks is on the floor and he's a negative offensively, and Ja is always trying to get to the lane, so he's not dynamic offensive. He's not dynamic enough offensively, so he's pretty predictable. So yeah, it makes sense that the defense can look that well, and you can organize a defensive scheme to stop that. It makes sense when you're going up against the Warriors and they're having to spend extra time with Draymond Green and Kevin Looney on the floor, and their 2 non-floor spaces in both LeBron, Vando, and AD can just sag and sit in the lane. Like you can scheme against that. When you're going up against Jokic, all the scheming that you were doing, against those other teams, you can't pull that off. It's not Julius Randle, it's not Giannis, and it's not Jason Tatum. This is a totally different offensive team.
But look, from the X and O standpoint, you're speaking all facts. I hear what you're saying. Like you said, the matchup, the shooting that Denver does, they're a different team. I hear you. I mean, it's hard to go against what you're saying. You can at this point. Again, it's just only like I said. So, how do you see Miami? Is there any possibility you see them winning? Like would Jimmy just have to go again, quote unquote, nuclear, average close to 40 a game type of deal at over 50% shooting type of deal?
Yeah, Jimmy would have to like shoot really, really, really well. Somebody said Marquavius Black said, where do you rank Karl Malone all the time for the super chat? Probably like 20 to 25. But what's his name? Jimmy would have to just start knocking down shots. He had to shoot really, really well from mid, and even then, like the thing is that I think people forget, and really from 3 as well.
Yeah.
The thing that people forget, and this is the same thing that happened with the series, the Sun series. Like the way that like if you're shooting 48% from mid, you are like at the top 1% of echelon of mid-range shooters because there's nobody shooting 48% from mid. Like that's a great mid-range shooting performance if you end up shooting 48% from mid.
Yeah.
If I shoot 34% from 3, which will be below league average, and in today's league will be a bad 3-point shooter, I am still generating better offense than you shooting 50% from mid. I'm still doing it.
3-ball worth more than 2. No,
it's just worth more. So I don't really know. Like it's again, not knocking them, but they do a really good job of just getting quality looks that they want to get. And Jimmy does a really good job of hitting tough shots, but even when you look at it throughout the postseason, he don't hit them at a high enough clip for them to make any significant alterations. But yeah, that's it. I'm trying to read the chat before I go. I'm trying to see if there's anything that people saying in the chat. But I don't see people saying numbers online is fine. He's talking to shit against Miami Heat.
Lo doesn't realize the Heat have snipers at every position.
Not at every position because there'll be 2 players on the floor who are not going to be snipers for majority of the time. So no, that's not true. But they have snipers. But the difference is I don't think that these players are going to I don't think that they're going to be as removed from the basket as y'all think that they're going to be. Also, I think that Jokic in general and Aaron Gordon are a much bigger front court than I think y'all realize as well. Like, sure, and to be fair to Rob Williams and them, like they're getting quality looks on them. But the difference is that Rob Williams, they do a lot of switching because of the flexibility. And as soon as they switch and they put Rob Williams and Grant Williams on the perimeter, there's no more interior presence. They're not going to be switching with Jokic. They're just not. They're not going to be switching with Jokic. They're not going to be doing that. Let me see what else they say. If not, then I'm going to bounce. I'm sorry, but if it's a close game, I trust the Heat more, especially with Murray neutralized. Again, people not giving me a response to like how they stopping Jokic, but I guess especially
I don't think you can. I think Jokic will easy averages 28 to 32, 12 and 9. It's just you can't get the other guy.
I actually quiet as kept, Jalen.
Yeah,
I actually think he's about to have by far his best series in the entire playoffs.
Do you think this is the easiest?
Oh well, the Sun. Okay, let me go to the Sun series real quick because the Sun series he was actually pretty. All right, maybe not as good as the Suns because
because the matchup there is pretty solid.
Suns is I'm looking at it, he had 35, 13, and 10 on 60% shooting from the field and 44% from behind the arc. So maybe not as good as the Suns, but I think this will be his second best. I think this will be the second best one. I think.
Bro, hey man, y'all got to give a shout out to Lowe. He started when he first said Jokic has a top 5 offensive peak. Everyone called him crazy. Slowly but surely.
Don't say it too loud. Ticket. Last time I was Ticket kicked me off the stage, so don't talk. Don't say it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You single-handedly started a movement, and even I remember I was talking to my friends, and like I think someone said something along the lines. I'm like, "Where'd you hear that from?" It's like, bro, I heard that some clip on like on TikTok. I'm like, oh, everyone's starting to catch on a little bit. Everyone's trying to ride that train. Jokic offensive, so definitely gotta give credit to Low for that, man. He found that he found that out and put it out there for the world first when everyone thought it was crazy, but it's coming to fruition.
Facts. I definitely what you call it. And yeah, shout out to Miami. I see a lot of people room for Miami. Shout out to Miami. They're a really good, well-rounded offensive team. But man, that man Jokic, bro.
Different.
He's different. He's a different one.
He wins a ring. Let's say he wins a ring has averages of 32. Let's say 8 and 12 on 50% shooting. Top 20 all time.
I'm not going to throw as much as y'all think I love Jokic. I'm not throwing him into top 20 conversations because he got a championship. I'm not.
Gotcha. Okay, so you want some more longevity.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, and a lot of my top 15 to 20 players have been doing it for like 8 to 10 years. Jokic just hasn't been doing it yet.
Yeah. Get that strong decade under your belt.
People saying that I don't trust him in the finals. Okay, why do you trust the Heat shooters in the finals? I'm kind of confused.
So yeah, I think they trust Jimmy Butler in the finals because what he did in the 2020 bubble.
Okay,
Tyler Hero isn't there. How did Duncan perform?
Duncan played bad in the finals.
He played bad. Okay,
I'll double check.
Yeah, was Strus and Gabe Vincent? I'm trying to think. Were they there?
Oh no, Duncan shot fine. He shot fine, and Strus and them were no. Duncan shot fine in the finals. It was Hero was the one who struggled from the field and okay from three. But yeah, Duncan was great from three, but everywhere else he was just really bad.
Yeah.
So okay, Duncan shot well from three, but I'm not even going to really hold Bam to how he performed because not only did he didn't play the whole series, but trying to score against AD is drastically different from trying to score against Jokic. So there's that as well.
Facts.
KCP, yeah, it's gonna be And what did KCP do in the finals too? Just while I'm here, KCP was egregiously bad in the finals. Egregiously bad. MPJ gonna fold. He definitely top 20. No. Yeah, he not. But all right, Jalen.
Take it easy, bro.
Catch you later. Shout out to the chat. I'll catch y'all later. Oh, wait, it's showtime. I don't know, maybe Ticket clip this up. Showtime needs to answer for his ridiculous takes about why they were going to win this game and was just making up some miscellaneous arbitrary reasons that had nothing to do with basketball, just buzzwords that people love to say when they don't know hoops. Oh,
Call you out, Showtime.
Yeah, they're just more desperate, and so that's all they're like. No, like tell me why. Say an actual basketball reason why. Don't just say these buzzwords and make you seem like you know what you're talking about. Say the actual reasons, because if you're gonna sit here and claim, oh yeah, they're gonna play for desperation and they're due for a good game and like say an actual word. Y'all like Skip Bayless clones out here, bro. Y'all are Stephen A. Smith clones. Y'all just saying Max Kellerman clones. Y'all just saying buzzwords. Give an actual reason why. Stop saying buzzwords. Say like they just want it more. They just work harder. Like give me an actual reason why a player who's been struggling to shoot from three all series long is somehow going to just start shooting great from three miraculously. Why? You're gonna get better looks. How is he gonna get those better looks? They're gonna run a better sets for him. Why just say why, but just stop using buzzwords. Jesus.
Hey man, chat. I would say, what Lowe said. I know this is a debate show. We have a lot of debate platforms. A lot of time I use it to learn some new things. There's stuff that Lowe says. I'm like, oh damn, that's a good point. I'll go look into it. Oh, it makes sense. So it's always fine to learn something new into. Some stuff that Mars says, Dubs, or whatever the case may be. Ticket says. You can pick up something for everyone. So you don't always have to be right in everything. It's okay to be wrong. And use this as a learning opportunity too, you can learn new things out here.
So the people say I completely neglect intangibles. I'm not neglecting them. Again, the intangibles that y'all are referring to are primarily to Jimmy Butler. I'm acknowledging that he's going to be able to, he's going to look great in the series. I'm not even denying that. But again, I mean, you can have all the intangibles in the world you want to. If somebody's 70 pounds stronger than, 70 pounds heavier than you. I think
the whole Miami beating Denver, it's gonna come down to like a lot of the quote unquote narrative talk or intangibles, heart, the way they're playing, the catch a fire. Not as much quantifiable, data driven reasons. That's I feel like the Miami reasons for winning are definitely more in the other direction.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And then last one, they both have shooters, but the Heat have superior defense. Again, I can't stress this enough to people, bro. Like defense is how great a defense is all predicated on how you're matching up. So if a team has great perimeter oriented defense, right? Like if you have a really, really great perimeter oriented team, like if you had, let's say you had like Jason Kidd on a perimeter with Kobe Bryant, right? Let's just say that. And on the other side, though, I have Shaq and Tim Duncan. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a defense Kobe and Kidd can anchor. If the two best defensive players are not matching up or not going to be as impactful to what their other team is doing, then the defense that they're saying isn't going to be as impactful as y'all believe it is going to be. And one of the players, and unless it go a straight up matchup on, which is so weird to me because y'all, it's like y'all say these things as if like you've never seen it. The 2001 Sixers were a great defensive unit. I think they were top 5, right? However, when Dikembe Mutombo was matching up with somebody who's 50 to 70 pounds heavier than him, it doesn't matter how great of a rim protector he is, he's going to get outclassed just off of weight alone. So 100%. Y'all are saying all of this, how well they do it and how, like, yes, they're going to be great defensively, but do they match up well with whatever the Nuggets are able to provide offensively? And some of the parts they do, I do think that Murray will be neutralized. But saying that Bam, because he's a great roamer, switchable big, he rotates really well. He's not going to be rotating because he's defending Jokic. He's not roaming because he's defending Jokic. The rim protection won't really have to be there because he's not rotating the rim protect because he's defending Jokic. The type of defense you would need to neutralize this team would have to be a laterally quick post defender. That's what you would need. And that's not who Bam is. But again, y'all can say that all y'all want to. That's cool. That's fine. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all can say that all y'all want to, bro. Somebody said UD locking up Jokic.
Shout out Udonis Haslam, man. If he gets a ring and gets to go out on top after basically being a bench player for 10 years, a decade, it'd be crazy.
And what's crazy is I don't even mind either one of these teams winning.
Right? Yeah,
I'm fine, Miami. I love Jimmy. We were trying to beg to get Jimmy Butler on our podcast for like years, and obviously y'all know I like Jokic, so I'm not mad at either one of them. But I just want an actual answer. Where do I rank AD all time or in the league? I'll just do both. In the league, he's probably like the 10th best player. All time, he's top 50, just to say a blanketed statement.
There was a lot of people ready to have AD over Jokic if they won this series and outplayed him. There's a lot of that talk going on.
Hell no, Jamal Murray. This is Pain Nagato. Nagato, Pain Nagato, like the actual anime character. Hell no, Jamal Murray will be neutralized. You bugging low. If the Lakers can't do it in the Heat. If the Lakers can't do it, the Heat certainly can. I've said that several times. I don't know. I've said it, so I don't know how many times I got to say that Jamal Murray will be neutral. I don't think he's going to have the type of series he's having right now. I don't think he's going to have against the Heat. I've said this several times. I agree with you. Not. I don't know. You know what to tell you, bro.
The Dream dominated Shaq, and he was smaller. I mean, that was a skinnier Shaq too.
Not only was the skinnier Shaq, but also the Dream is a much more skilled post player as well. So there's a lot more things that the Dream could have done to compete with Shaq in that series. And also, I don't know if he dominated. I think they both got off.
I was going to say, people forget, Shaq still got you like 28 or 14. Or if I'm pretty sure he still got his numbers.
Saying that he dominated him is definitely a far stretch. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not like Hakeem shot well in that series either. Like Hakeem definitely had some moments in that series where he's struggling. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He shot 50%. He shot right at 50% in game 1, 50% in game 4, and he shot 47% in games 2 and 3. I wouldn't say that he dominated him. And also, just FYI, he was in foul trouble the entire series. He had 5 fouls in game 1, 5 fouls in games 2, 4 fouls in games 3, and 4 fouls in games 4. He was borderline about to foul out every single game. So Saying
being stronger than someone matters. Yeah, when you're just stronger than someone, it's hard. And Hakeem has great as it was.
Saying he dominated him is a no. And on the other end, Shaq put up 28 points on nearly 60% shooting. So no. Try again. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about, my boy. Somebody putting up 28 on 60% shooting, and the only reason why Shaq wasn't putting up even more points is because they kept doubling Shaq almost every single time he touched the ball in the post. To be fair, they also double Hakeem. I'm not going to make it like they didn't double Hakeem, but no. Let's stop. And yes, without a Hall of Famer is correct, but then every single time they double Hakeem, he would kick it out to No, he did have a Hall of Famer in '95. That was a Drexler. He did have a Hall of Famer. Yeah, that was a Drexler year, so he did have a Hall of Famer. Maybe you weren't talking about that. Yeah, but all right, I'll bounce, man. Oh wait. Oh man, somebody else said something silly. Trucking with Stanley says Shaq was stopped by Ben Wallace. Oh man,
he wasn't. He definitely was not.
We've done this several times. Yeah. Like y'all just be chatting and don't know what y'all be chatting about, bro. We've done this several times. 04 in the 04 finals, Shaq was averaging 27 points while shooting 63% from the field in the 04 finals. He did not stop him. As much
as people don't want to see it, Kobe decided that he wanted to be the guy, took a lot of ill-advised shots, wanted to prove to the world that he could be the number one option on the championship team. And I don't want to say he threw that series, but he made a lot of questionable decisions that really made you question, it's almost like he didn't want to win if Shaq won Finals MVP again. You know what I mean? It's almost like he wouldn't let that happen. So yeah, that's a different discussion, Chad.
And in a following series where they were doubling him much more heavily than they were before, in 05, Shaq averaged 21 on nearly 60% shooting, but they were doubling him way more. And then in 06, Shaq averaged 27 on 62% shooting. So no, he did not dominate him. He didn't stop him. Please stop. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. He did not stop Shaq.
I don't think there's anybody who could stop Shaq in his prime.
Yeah, no. So trucking with Stanley, no. Shaq was stopped by Ben Wallace, somebody who's 60 pounds lighter than him. Jokic is not Shaq. You're right. Jokic is not Shaq, and Bam Adebayo is not Hakeem, nor David Robinson, nor Dikembe Mutombo. Like the Bam is not any of these players either. So try again.
There it is.
Low and Jalen. Who is better than Brunson or Jamal Murray? What?
Jalen Brunson or Jamal Murray? Who's better? Ooh, Jalen Brunson played incredible. He's clearly the number one guy on that team. There's a bit of edge there.
And nobody don't want to talk. And what's crazy, and you know what's so interesting? Nobody wants to talk about the fact that in that series, Jimmy somehow didn't stop Jalen Brunson.
That's facts.
Jalen Brunson played fine in that series. Actually, he played remarkable in that series. Jalen Brunson put up 31 points, shot 50% from the field, 35% from three, and 89% from the free throw line. For that reason, no, y'all don't want to talk about that. But Jimmy didn't stop that happening. But again, I still think that he'll be what you call it, bro. Are we glorifying losing? Well, the last series that I told you about, it wasn't losing. They actually won the series. So don't know what to tell you, bro. Don't know what to tell you.
Jalen Brunson was carrying that team when RJ Barrett was shooting bricks and Julius Randle didn't show up. Jalen Brunson was carrying that team. If any of those guys showed up, we might be having a different serious discussion here.
Facts. And on top of that, Murray is streaky. I agree with that. That's shout out to Russell Martin. Great point there. That's a great point. No, and to Bethumba, we're not glorifying losing. I'm doing is putting into context, because even when Michael Jordan was losing, I would never have said that somebody dominated him. No, they didn't dominate him. They just had a better team. Jordan was still putting up numbers. He was still looking great. He didn't get dominated. He just was going to a team that's just better than his team. That's it.
He was the best player on the court when he dropped a 63 against Boston and still lost.
Facts. So yeah, if somebody goes out there, the next game he did.
He got
a bag.
I was like, after that game, he had a bit of a dud right after.
Low and Jalen does Jimmy Butler. Oh, see. When you said you know what's so crazy? When they say Jalen, I forgot your name was Jalen, so I thought he was saying like Jalen Brunson, but I see you to say now. Low and Jalen does Jimmy Butler pass Kawhi if he wants a chip. No.
Oh, yeah, I don't think no. Kawhi Leonard still has I think a better track record in the regular season. No, Kawhi's longevity thing. He doesn't have longevity. I think he's only had how many All NBA caliber seasons? Only 3 or 4.
No. Wait, All NBA?
Yeah, All NBA caliber seasons, let's say.
Well, because of the lack of games played.
Yeah, the injury stuff. That's the thing. Yeah.
Probably like 4 injuries. Yeah. Am I jumping on a panel? Actually, for me to jump on the panel, I need to leave right now so I can finish this video. So I'll catch y'all potentially on the panel. Low, is Jimmy the GOAT Heat player if he wins a ring? No. What the?
Definitely not.
That's way. I'll catch y'all potentially on the panel if I'm able to knock out this video before we go. But does Jimmy play consistently? Not come into play.
So does his regular season not matching up to his playoffs impact his overall kind of great?
Oh, does Jimmy's consistency not come into play?
Yeah.
No, because I still think he's a relatively consistent regular season performer. It's just that he increases in the postseason. The problem with Jimmy is that he doesn't in a regular season, he's not stringing along MVP caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, that's what I would need for me to really view you in the light, because everyone else who's top 20 were having MVP caliber regular seasons and then also MVP caliber postseasons. But I mean, I could make exceptions for somebody who just increased to a very clear MVP caliber player. I can see that. I can see that. But all right, Jalen.
Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy, brother. All right, chat. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Y'all got any questions? We'll take it up. If Giannis shot consistently from the free throw line, would his half-court offense be great to you, Low? Since Lowe's not here, no, his half-court offense would not be great if he shot better from the free throw line. I mean, that's just a completely different part of the game. His half-court offense, just because he has no consistent mid-range, he has no move to get by defenders except for kind of muscling his way through and getting into the paint. So in the half-court, when he's not on the fast break, he's just gonna struggle offensively because he doesn't have that jump shot. He doesn't have dribble penetration. And and he has a tough time getting past the defender in the half court. Who better, prime Kendrick Perkins or prime Shots? Man, trolling. Shout out prime Kendrick Perkins. I think he can get you 10 points, 10 rebounds, doing this thing. The refs will help the Nuggets as much as possible. They want to see Joker win a championship. Period. Do they? I mean, do they want that? Do they want Joker to be the next face of the league? So they want him to win a ring. I think there's a couple guys. Luka. I think they want to be the face of the league. I don't think they would mind Tatum being the face of the league, so I don't know that. Jalen, you a clown for saying Jokic better than Embiid. Bro, Jokic is better than Embiid. If there's anybody in this world who thinks Joel Embiid is better than Jokic, you do not know basketball. Let's keep it 100. That conversation is over. It should have never been a conversation, but that conversation is 100% over. The Kendrick Perkins comment concerning the MVP will help the Joker win the championship this year. That's why they gave the MVP to Joel. So you think the league's going to make up for giving the MVP to the wrong guy? You give it to Jokic. I mean, hey, if you believe in those conspiracy theories, shout out Leaf. There it is. I bet Kobe could have got a chip with Perkins. I mean, Kendrick Perkins was not like a total scrub. The guy was a starting center on a championship team. So it's not like he was a total scrub, right? He wasn't no star, but he played ball. Jared, do you believe that Tim Duncan is top 5? Tim Duncan is definitely in the top 10, top 5. I mean, after, again, I have LeBron, Jordan. I actually have Shaq as my number 3rd overall over Kareem and those guys just because of his peak. I think Duncan has a case to be top 5. If you want to put in 7, 6, or 5, I think it's fine. I think once you're in that 5, 6, 7 range, you're splitting hairs. So I think Duncan at 5 is fine. Definitely has a case for it with his longevity, arguably being a top 3 defensive player all time. Again, the winning in the playoff, the consistency. Duncan has all the attributes to be that. Jalen, why do you think LeBron is better than Mike and Kobe? Because he's not. I think LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. The overall impact he has on the game, playmaking, passing, being able to control, dictate the tempo, the pace. Him scoring with great efficiency compared to those guys and getting his points. He's just a better overall basketball player in my eyes. KG and the truth. Should have never been a conversation to get out with that. Definitely should have been a conversation. Oh, Joel Embiid versus Jokic? Definitely not a conversation. I think Jokic is a far superior player. I think Jamal Murray is going to end up getting MVP in the finals against the Heat because no one can slow him down. I think Jamal Murray is going to have again, if Jimmy Butler is going to be on him, he's going to have a tougher matchup than than a Jokic. I think Jokic against like we talked about Bam, who is 60, 70 pounds lighter than him. Even though it is Bam, I think is a plus defender, can move his feet. Sometimes, I mean, we've all played basketball in the park. When you have a guy who's 260, 70 pounds and you're 200 pounds, you could be the best basketball player on the court, but he's just going to body you down. I mean, it's going to get tiring. You know what I mean? So just being bigger and stronger than someone definitely matters. Jalen, LeBron can't be top 5. That's crazy. If you don't have LeBron, if you have Jordan over LeBron, it's like whatever. I disagree with you. That's whatever. It's like Jordan's obviously great. It's whatever. But if you don't have LeBron top 5, you're just hating. You don't know about it. If you don't have LeBron top 5, you just hate the man for whatever reason. Jalen, if Curry win another chip in MVP, is he top 5 all time? No, I don't have Steph Curry top 5 all time. I don't put that much value on wins or championships. I put value on how they perform in the playoffs in high leverage situations. So if someone's average is 40 points, 8 and 8 on 60% shooting, and they lose the finals, I'm not going to put it on them. I don't think it's a bad look. I don't think Allen Iverson losing in the finals is a bad look, right? So I don't put too much weight on the rings. I still think Kevin Durant's a better basketball player than Stephen Curry. I have Kevin Durant over Stephen Curry all the time because I think he's a better basketball player. But people have Steph simply because of the extra ring he won last year. Jalen, where can you watch older playoff finals games? Occasionally they'll release them on YouTube. You can definitely find some game. I think I was just watching the Portland Chicago series. It was on YouTube. An NBA Hardwood Classics. You can definitely get a subscription too, I think, to get from NBA.com or one of the NBA viewing sites where you can definitely watch all the old playoff games. It's definitely watch. Sometimes the box score lies, but I've had that myself. There's some legendary players that look, the box score is great, and you watch them play, you're like, not as impressive. So, channels and sites definitely go. I think NBA.com League Pass. I'm not sure if League Pass has it, but just go to NBA.com, type in where you can see older games. There should be a subscription that lets you. Occasionally they'll have free ones on YouTube or Reddit. Jalen, tell these bums to stop Tatum and Luka comparisons. Facts. Luka Doncic is a better basketball player than Jason Tatum. Luka Doncic carried a much worse team, won playoff series wins, and Luka never had duds like Jason Tatum has. Luka has performed consistently in the playoffs. Luka Doncic was the best playoff performer in the past couple of years. Jalen, who's better, James Harden or Allen Iverson? Man, yeah. Guess what? This thing with Allen Iverson, guys. Allen Iverson, we all watched him play. We saw a guy who was 6 foot, 160 pounds, dominate the league, attack the paint at will, do his thing. So I feel like we all have an emotional connection to Allen Iverson, which doesn't make us see his flaws in terms of his shooting. Which yes, he was almost forced to shoot bad because the teammates he had, what he had to do. But Allen Iverson was winning playoff games shooting 5 for 26, 5 for 23. Right? I just think James Harden is a better basketball player when you take into account his playmaking and his shooting ability. James Harden's a far better 3-point shooter, mid-range shooter, finishing at the rim. I'll probably give it to Harden. Allen Iverson, he had a lot of amazing finishes at the rim, but it was just harder because he's so small. Remember when Kobe said if Allen Iverson was 6'6", he'd be the best player in the world. He'd have multiple MVPs. But the fact that he was 5'11", 160 pounds did make everything more difficult for him in the basketball court, which made it look pretty. But in the sense of actual basketball, I think James Harden is a more skilled and better basketball player. Allen Iverson, you could say, has more heart. Those intangibles, but in terms of basketball, I got to go with James Harden there. Quick question. Is anything strategically speaking that can be done to stop Murray and Jokic? I think with Murray, again, not going under his schemes, not going under the screens that he gets, staying on top of him. Because like I said, Jamal Murray is incredibly streaky shooters. So just having a hand up, getting his shots, maybe being a little physical. Jamal Murray does not like contact. He definitely tries to avoid it. A lot of times he'll settle for a step back two instead of attacking the rim. So just keeping your hands up, making him take these difficult shots. A lot of the shots he is hitting right now are low percentage shots. Those fadeaway step back twos are low percentage shots. So if he continues to hit them, it's kind of like, okay, you can't really do much, right? It's like when Kobe hits a step back fadeaway over two guys, can't really do much. So when Jamal Murray's hitting those tough shots, it is what it is. But eventually, the law of averages say that he will miss those. So I think Jamal Murray is easier to stop than Jokic. Jordan play better defense, rebounds start even with ball dominant. Ball dominant MF, somebody 3 inches taller, 6 pounds heavier. You are a liar. What? Wait, Jordan played better defense and his rebound assists are even. Jordan's rebounds and assists weren't even with LeBron. Ball dominant MF as somebody 3 inches taller, 6 pounds heavier. You are a liar. I don't know what he's saying there. Oh no, do you see James Harden better than AI? I believe so. Again, Allen Iverson is an iconic player, but sometimes I just think we might overrate his playing ability simply because of kind of how much we saw Allen Iverson, the things we saw him do in being such a small body, things we saw him do. Again, we have this emotional connection to him because anyone who saw early 2000 basketball, everyone loved Allen Iverson. Luka don't play no defense. Yeah, he definitely takes too many defensive plays off. But people have to remember his offensive load that he had to carry for that team was the most out of anybody in the NBA. Probably. I mean, maybe Jokic when everyone was hurt, you could make as a case. But I mean, Luka Doncic, what he was doing, with Tim Hardaway on his team, DFS. He did have Jalen Brunson there, but it wasn't the Jalen Brunson he had today. Luka, the load he had to carry offensively for them to win. People forget. Remember the series against the Clippers? Though he lost, he had to do his thing to just keep him alive in those games. Look what Harden play with. Look what AI play with. Yeah, AI definitely play with. You could say. I mean that 2000 team that he took to the NBA Finals against the Lakers. I do think they're slightly underrated. Yes, they were an incredible defensive team. Offensively, they didn't have a lot of shot creators. It was predominantly just Allen Iverson. But Allen Iverson, remember, he played with Denver. He played with Carmelo Anthony, and that didn't go so well. The next year, Chauncey Billups came and took it to the Western Conference Finals. People forget that Denver team was incredibly talented. If Allen Iverson was a little more efficient, they might have been able to make the finals. So Allen Iverson's efficiency and just kind of being a shot chucker definitely had his flaws in terms of playing winning basketball. Jalen, do you have YouTube and Instagram? Yeah, I'm actually R&B singing, guys. Jalen Carter Music on Instagram. JALENCARTER Music. We try to bring back those Usher, Neo, Brian McKnight, real 90s, early 2000s R&B vibes. Get your girl back crying in the rain R&B. Go check it out. Luka 2 ball dominant. Yeah, I think the way Luka plays, it's definitely not the best way to win a championship. He's doing what he has to do right now, similar to a young LeBron, even young Michael Jordan before Scottie and them got there. Young Michael Jordan was having to do all of it. He was averaging more assists, more rebounds, but it wasn't, relating to winning. Draymond can limit Jokic. Why not Bam? Did Draymond ever limit Jokic? I mean, that's kind of crazy. I'm not sure if Draymond limited Jokic to a capacity that, really affected it. Nuggets in 4. Hey, that's what you think. You sing about I don't sing about LeBron. Draymond didn't limit him as much. Yeah, Draymond I don't think really limited Jokic that much. That's if Luka can never. I think Luka can win a championship with the right team around him. No, I definitely don't make music for LeBron, but I do make music for your girlfriend, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think that's all the questions right now. What do y'all think about? What do I think about Kevin Garnett's all-time placing? I always thought that was an interesting one. Kevin Garnett in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Spent a decade of his career there. Just taking incredible, poor team to the playoffs some years, sometimes missed the playoff, but taking poor teams to the playoffs, losing in the first round. Had the couple-year run with Latrell Sprewell and Sam Cassell, were able to make the Western Conference Final, but the Sam Cassell got hurt, and Kevin Garnett was basically playing point guard. People forget Kevin Garnett, was leading the team as points, rebounds, steals, and blocks for an entire season. You know how insane that is to lead your team through an entire season like that. So KG, I think KG has a case. I think KG is better than Dirk Nowitzki, even though Dirk Nowitzki has that Finals MVP. I think KG is just a better basketball player. Kevin Garnett versus Tim Duncan, I think, is a very interesting conversation to have. Because I think, if Kevin Garnett, you put him on those Spurs teams, his all-time rank or legacy for a lot of people could look a lot different. Jalen, peak Jokic or peak Shaq offensively? I mean, that's a debate, right? So peak Jokic obviously brings more to the table in terms of his playmaking and passing, but peak Shaq was just so dominant as a scorer and so unstoppable. You have to kind of weigh which you value more. Man, that is a tough one. I'm probably going to lead Jokic because just that shooting ability, passing ability, being able to bring out the defender out of the paint, open up opportunities for his teammates. I'll edge it, but if someone says Shaq, I don't hate it. It makes a lot of sense to say Shaq too. When AI was in Denver, they couldn't get out of the first round when they traded for him. Chauncey made the call. Yes, Chauncey made the call. Exactly. So So Allen Iverson, I think so that's a debate. Chauncey versus Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, I think, was definitely the more you could say the better player, but Chauncey's playing was more conducive to winning, right? So how you want to judge those guys is interesting because I think Chauncey was more of a winner than Allen Iverson. But Allen Iverson was obviously a better scorer, playmaker. Passer, you can probably have a debate, but that's definitely an interesting conversation. Jimmy's going to run out of gas for holding this team. Look, I think Jimmy is he's been great, but I don't think Jimmy's had to go super nuclear past couple of series against the Knicks, he hasn't had to play incredibly well. Even this series, he's had guys like, again, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent steps up, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin. Like, these guys are just stepping up in the most random ways. I think this is Eric Spoelstra masterclass in coaching and just getting guys to step up and, you know, hit shots when they need to. Chauncey was through in the game. Chauncey Billups was probably the most underrated point guard in the 2000s. Someone I think you can drop on any team and is going to make your team better. He's definitely a guy I think that could take you, you know, from like a fringe contender to a second round team or Western Conference Finals team to a finals or a championship. He's definitely a ceiling raiser. I think Chauncey Billups is 100% a ceiling raiser. You add him to any team, especially a team that needs a point guard. Like, you know, imagine a Chauncey Billups on this Boston team, right? A team I think that could use a real floor general like him. Chauncey Billups on this Boston team, you know, in his day, definitely could have helped. Who's your top 5 players in the league right now? My top 5: Jokic, Luka, Steph, Giannis. Jokic, Luka, Steph, Giannis, and my 5th would probably have to be Embiid. I still got to show love to Embiid there. Yep. Or Embiid or Tatum as a 5. It's a tough one. Embiid or Tatum. I'll probably lean Embiid there. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think Jimmy is better than AI all time. Oof. I don't think Jimmy's done enough in the regular season. Allen Iverson's a 3 or 4 time scoring champion, has an MVP. It's just Jimmy's regular season just doesn't match up to Allen Iverson's yet. So, you know, I can't agree with you, but sure opinion. Bam is going to let you down. Could Giannis, Jokic, Steph, Luka, Embiid? Yeah, no, I like it. That's the one. I think Luka Doncic is being incredibly disrespected because he missed the playoffs. People just forget. So, yeah. Paul George or Jimmy Butler all time. So Jimmy Butler's playoff translation is obviously far superior to Paul George, but Paul George's regular season, I think he's had a few more All NBA caliber seasons with him. I think he's definitely more skilled. He has more of a quote unquote bag, and I think he's just more skilled than Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler gets it done. His playoff transition could be the edge separator here. Would you rather have Paul Pierce or Clyde Drexler all time? I'll probably go Clyde Drexler. I think that there's a lot of people in Paul Pierce era that were better than. I think guys like Tracy McGrady were better than Paul Pierce. I think Vince Carter was better than Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce just had, I think, the longevity was there for him. He was able to, you know, definitely age well. He had a Boston team late in his career. I think that, you know, elongated his career. I think Clyde Drexler was a better basketball player than Paul Pierce. I think Clyde Drexler was a better passer, better finisher at the rim. Paul Pierce was definitely the better 3-point shooter, but I think I'll have Clyde Drexler over Paul Pierce all time. Clyde is underrated. I do think Clyde is underrated. Paul Pierce was great. He was cool. Denver or Miami. I mean, the smart pick is Denver, right? I think if anybody's going to bet money on the series, if you had $20,000, you're going to bet on the series. 95% of us are going to pick, you know, the Denver Nuggets. The Miami situation. We alone, dumb man. I think we had a conversation for a little bit, so I'm just hanging out with the chat right now, man. Just talking to the chat for a little bit while you know, Low and everyone else had to go. Yes, we call this Jalen Hour chat. We call this Jalen Hour. But where was I? Yeah, again, the reasons why Miami would win, again, when it comes to the X's and O's, Low made a lot of great points. The X's and O's argument is going to be tough for Miami, but when people say, you know, Miami's going to win, it's more so, you know, they have the playoff, they have the championship experience, you know, with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo being there. They have that, you know, this 3-point shooting. If that continues to be hot, they could definitely score some points there. Defensively, you know, that's where it is. If Bam Adebayo again can limit, make Jokic work, and if Jimmy can shut down Jamal Murray, and if the other guys like Dub was saying, you know, rotate the ball well, close it on those 3-point shots that MPJ was shooting, that KCP was shooting, that Bruce Brown is shooting. You close that out and make it tough, you know, then Miami has a shot. But look, everyone knows Denver is a more talented team. But Miami beat a more talented team in Milwaukee. They beat a team in the Knicks that on paper were more talented. Now they beat a Boston team that, look, everyone in this chat and myself probably had Boston winning in 5 if not 6, right? No one picked Miami to beat Boston. That wasn't the pick anyone did. So Miami has continued to shock everybody, and just maybe they're playing up against teams. Their defense will look great against Boston. Yes, they missed over shots, but they're closing out on all these shots. They're staying with their man. So we got to give Miami credit. And don't sleep on the Eric Spoelstra effect. The Eric Spoelstra effect matters. He's an all-time great coach. He can figure something out. Yeah, Miami 100% Russ Martin. Miami has more ifs. 100%. Miami has more hips. Who has a better peak, Kobe or Hakeem? Man, I'm probably going with Hakeem just because, I mean, him being essentially the greatest defensive player of all time, and also having the ability to give you, 35 points, 12, 13 rebounds, 6, 7 assists. I'm going to go with Hakeem having a higher peak than Kobe. Again, Kobe, great peak. I mean, trying to decide Kobe's peak, that's another debate too, right? You got number 8 Kobe, number 24 Kobe. Do you want like 03, 4, 5 Kobe, or do you want 08, 9, 10 Kobe? Trying to decide Kobe's peak is another discussion. I'll be more confident Denver winning in Miami than Miami winning in Denver. Yeah, I mean, look, Denver has the best home court advantage in the league. Winning at Denver in the altitude, always a struggle. So Miami, again, I understand why Denver winning in Miami would be an easier situation. But Miami's been a great home court team too. So, if that series going 6, I could see Miami winning their first 2 home games. You think they'll keep Love starting if they make it to the finals? I don't think you can start Love in the finals against the big man front line of Aaron Gordon and Jokic. I think Aaron Gordon might be able to expose Kevin Love there with his agility, his ability. Kevin Love just, especially at this point, is created a little more slow-footed. Who are they going to put out there instead? They might have to go with a smaller guard and put out Aaron Gordon. Someone who's 6'5", 6'6". But you might have to live with that. I just think Kevin Love will get exposed defensively. Higher peak MJ or Bron? I have Bron. I think 2018. Bron is the greatest basketball player to ever live. The Miami years, Bron as a totality in the regular season, you can say is his peak. MJ, I mean 92. MJ is a beast too. I mean I am too. So yeah. 80, 88, 95 Hakeem, 01, 09 Kobe. So we got a 7-year stretch and 8-year stretch. I'm going 88, 95 Hakeem again, just because of the totality of the game and what he brings to the table. Again, being the best defensive player of all time, and still having the scoring ability along with the passing, offensive rebounding. Just as a totality, I'm going with Hakeem Olajuwon. Kobe, the one drawback was, his persistence to take incredibly tough shots that he wasn't able to shoot a high percentage on. It was pretty to watch when they go in, but sometimes did make questionable decisions in terms of the type of shots he took. Better peak 09 Wade or Kawhi 19? Man, that's a good question, Rock. 09 Wade, people forget how peak Dwayne Wade was. I mean, we were having conversations who was a better shooting guard for, I'd say, maybe a 2-3 year stretch between Wade and Kobe. That's how good Dwayne Wade was. So peak Dwayne Wade or Kawhi 19. Look, when Kawhi took the Raptors to the championships, that was special. What he did in the playoffs in terms of his performance, what was special. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. Man, peak D Wade or Kawhi. I'm going to give the edge to Kawhi just because, again, I think in the defensive end, Kawhi peak defense could be a top 5 defender all time. I think him, just what the naturally gifted, like you saw the size of the guy's arms, that natural gift that he had there, able to move his feet, stay in front of guys to help. Like as a defender, Kawhi was, I think, the complete package there. And as a jump shooter, I actually think Kawhi definitely a better 3-point shooter than Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade never had that shot. Mid-range, I think I would give it to Kawhi, while Dwayne Wade would definitely get into the paint more and finish at the rim a little better. But I think I'd probably take peak Kawhi there. Kawhi shut that, bro. Pete Kawhi defensively was a menace. That's tough. I'd go Wade, one great season, another one great. I might get it. Like if she's saying Wade, I'm not mad at it. Kawhi sits on. Look, Kawhi. The only thing about Kawhi that's holding back his kind of all-time greatness is his injury history, right? I mean, I don't think he's even put together. I want to see how many full seasons. Let's go to Kawhi and look at some of his full seasons. Yeah. So last 3 games, 57, 52, 52 games. Kawhi Leonard's had 1 season in his career. The most he's ever played. He's had 2 seasons in his career where he's played over 70 games. He's had 2. That's in 2015-16, 2016-17. He's had 3 seasons where he's averaged over 25 points. There are a couple of other 20-point seasons. Yeah, the longevity thing for him is just not there. So all NBA caliber seasons he's had, when you take into account injuries, he has had a 5. He has 3 All-NBA first teams, 2 All-NBA second teams. He's about 4 or 5 All NBA caliber seasons. The injuries is what's really limited, but as a talent and player ability, we've seen what he can do when healthy. I got my money on Denver. Look, everyone's money should be on Denver, right? Our hearts may want Miami, but let's be real. If we're talking, as a betting man, if you want to go talk to some stats guy in Vegas or some, quantum physics, whatever, who wants to, who's bet sports and has predictive models, every predictive model is going to say Denver's going to win the series. Again, the only argument for Miami is this kind of narrative. Again, they have the heart, the drive, they can stay hot. Jimmy Butler is on a streak. Those type of arguments. Prime Westbrook or prime Chris Paul. I mean, hey, that's another good one there. Prime Westbrook, we saw what he does with the triple doubles. Willed the team to the playoff. But prime Chris Paul, I think, is a ceiling elevator. I think Chris Paul, people forget how unlucky he was. Some of the timely injuries he's had in the playoffs. People want to make fun of it, and I get it. You can make a case that players should take care of their bodies more. But Chris Paul, it's just sometimes you're very unlucky, and I think he's just been very unlucky in some situations where he could have had a ring or two for sure. D Rose or Penny Hardaway? Penny Hardaway. I shout out D Rose. I think you're great, but Penny Hardaway was a possible top 10 player all time. That's the type of talent he was. 6'7", 6'8" point guard, explosive, getting to the rim, had a good mid range, and the playmaking. I mean, we saw the passing and playmaking that he had. Penny Hardaway could have been a top 10, top 15 player all time without a doubt, if he was able to stay healthy. CP3 more complete game. Yeah, and I think it's almost like the I don't want to say that the Allen Iverson Chauncey Billups debate, because Allen Iverson I think clearly wins that, but CP3 I think is just more impactful for winning. They need to set a cap for how many games it takes to win all NBA. Yeah, they are doing that. What is that? I think 65 games you got to play at least. Would be considered an unachievable season if the Nuggets lose to the Heat. It would be disappointing for the Nuggets. I think they'd be the favorite, and lose to the Heat in the finals would definitely be a missed opportunity for Denver. Yeah, it definitely would be a missed opportunity. T-Mac or Grant Hill. Man, that's another good one. T-Mac or Grant Hill. Talking about T-Mac, who, again, for a 2-3 year stretch, we were talking about who's a better player between him and Kobe Bryant. Type of scorer he was. T-Mac, Kobe said in an interview, he had all the skills that he had, the mid-range three-pointer, the fadeaway, the footwork. He had all the skills, except he was 6'7", 6'8", right? He was, he was almost Kevin Durant, a little shorter. He was Kevin Durant, but who was more explosive, but less of a shooter, right? He wasn't quite the three-point shooter of Kevin Durant, and the efficiency wasn't there. But the explosiveness that T-Mac had was special offensively. And I think was an underrated passer. Now, Grant Hill, people always say he was LeBron before LeBron. Again, you're talking about a guy, again, who had the height 6'6", 6'7". The body was there, had quickness, quick first step, had a crossover even at his height. Could rebound, play, make, pass, and could do it all. Could get you that 27-7-7 line. Even though as a scorer, he didn't average that. Definitely would get you 30 points any game. If he stayed healthy, that's another guy could have been a top 10, top 15 player all time. He was the guy the league was going to give to after Jordan. He was going to be the face they were pushing. He was that guy, and just injuries really, ruined it for him sadly in his prime. So the thing, people always talk about playing hurt. Grant Hill chose to play hurt on an ankle, come back early, and see what happened. Probably cost himself $100 million, a couple championships, and top 15, top 10 status all time. Can't believe people already give up on the Warriors. I want to give up on the Warriors. Again, culture of winning. I think bringing Draymond back could be fine, but they got a big tax bill. The new CBA that kicks in too is making it harder for teams to spend over the cap like they have. So they're gonna have some decisions to make. Jordan Poole, I don't think Jordan Poole will be as bad as he was in the playoffs. He was horrendous. I mean, I think it was definitely an anomaly. Again, small sample size, so we'll see how he rebounds. Grant Hill, Walton, Roy players would have been much higher list, but 100% Grant Hill, Walton, Roy, T-Mac. T-Mac had a degenerative back. People said coming out of high school, they told him he had a degenerative back, but he played through it. D-Wade never went. Yeah, I mean, D-Wade and the Heat were a bad team after Shaq left for a while. After they won the championship, they weren't a good team for a couple years because D-Wade was hurt. Shaq left, and the team just wasn't that good. What's the work in chat? Allen Iverson was a better basketball player and racked up steals like crazy. Allen Iverson did get a lot of steals, but I think a lot of that might have been, definitely jumping the lanes a little bit. I think he was allowed that freedom because he knew, behind him he had a Dikembe Mutombo, so he was allowed to, kind of cheat, jump in passing lanes and try to chase those steals a little bit. All right, chat. It's been real. It's been a good conversation we've had. You know what I mean? Doing our thing. Y'all been great. Follow your boy Jalen Carter Music on Instagram. Great stories. Also hosts a lot of nightlife events. Good times. We'll see y'all again. Shout out Ticket. Ticket always doing this thing. Great thing for the culture. Shout out Low. Shout out Dub. Go check out Dub's World. Go check out Players Choice. It's all love out here, man. When we debate shows, like I said, we be on here. We can get heated, be yelling at each other. But it's nothing but love, man. We all here talking basketball, the sport that we love and we're all passionate about, right? So it's always a great time. See y'all later, chat. It's been real. Salute.